Hello everyone, this is Tormuse, and today I'm picking up where I left off in the club meetings mod for Doki Doki Literature Club. Yeah, we had a bit of a downer ending last time. Hey, Dev is here, welcome to the stream, how's it going? Yeah, had a bit of a downer ending. World's saddest cake CG and all that. I guess we're gonna see the aftermath of that. I'm still a little troubled by Monica's comment at the end. Oh, he's probably not going to want to talk to anyone right now. Like, go heck and talk to him anyway. Like, MC caked up. Yeah, welcome to the stream, PG Suite. Yeah. Like the fact that he, didn't submit a poem, didn't show up, and didn't say anything to anybody after that is, a little concerning, and I think enough time has passed that by default that really reach out to him. I mean, everyone in that room has frame of reference for expecting he might want to kill himself or something. Like Sari and Yuri both had instances of like killing themselves in the original game in response to love confessions gone wrong. So you'd think that would be a point of concern for them, Is that webcam angle okay? It always feels like it's off center. Yeah, oh well. Anyway, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, there. And like I said in the last episode, like there are some questions raised about the whole Kenzo character, Sari's boyfriend. Is he an NPC in this game world, like, or what? Is he just I don't know? Like does he have any kind of sentience or self-awareness for that matter? I don't know. He's the sole inhabitant of the Ken Zone. Sure. Yeah, I'm not. Again, this is me speculating. I'm not asking for spoilers or anything. I mean, Dev's comment from last week kind of hinted that there's more going on than was than appears. She starts calling people NPCs after browsing some internet forums. Sure. Yeah. Anyway, I guess I should probably just load this up and get back into it. Although, oh yeah, we're up to episode 7 now. Manga shows you how MC became his own person, and the club deals with the fallout from MC's failed confession. Oh hey, look, I even used the word fallout. Yeah, I mean, in a world where nothing is real and nobody exists except the characters in the literature club, having strange relations within the literature club would be a problem, I would think. My contribution to Pride Month is that this mod has Fallout in it. Sure. I haven't actually played the Fallout games. Yeah, speaking of Pride Month contributions, I just released my Pride themed mod entitled Gay Lesbian Club. Go play it. It's 20 minutes long. I don't know if I'm gonna stream it because it's so short. Hey, Turbojay84, welcome to the stream. How's it going? Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna play it because like on stream because it's so short. Maybe I'll put up a recording on YouTube or something at some time. But yeah, anyway, let's get back into this. Let's see where this goes. Oh boy. MC's perspective, here we go. Another day. It's been really... Import grasp. Practice room now of Monica.chr Fortress. What have we here? What's going on now? Been really hard to... Okay, so I guess Dev... You're just gonna dangle us with finding out what's going on with MC after he was completely absent from the last episode. Going well for me, thanks. Cool, that's good. Hi, Tormuse. Oh, I forgot. It doesn't play any music in here unless I tell it to. Music T5. It's a club theme. I mean, I didn't do that. Monica did. Oh, sure. Better. Anyway, welcome back. Hopefully you enjoyed our spring break more than some of us did. Honestly, we probably really needed a break, especially after everything that happened with MC and Sayori. After everything the club did to try and get the two of them to admit their feelings to each other and get together, Sayori ended up going out with someone else just before MC was able to ask her out. Thanks for the recap, Monica. I wonder what you think of Sayori's situation. Do you have an opinion? Well, yes, I do have some opinions, actually. Okay, let's see. Sayori's pushing him away. Well, that's obvious. That's stating the obvious. MC needs to be more bold. No. I think, I mean, I think he was bold enough. In some respects, maybe he was a little too bold. I mean, he was kind of pushing Sayori to talk about her, you know, the suicidal ideation stuff more than perhaps she was comfortable. Club should make a plan to get them together. I don't know about that. That's I don't That's the kind of thing you can't force it. It's I wouldn't say I don't really care, but no, I mean when it comes to like expressing romantic feelings between people, like you can't force it. It's something that the people have to realize on their own. I mean, in the case of Sayori and MC, like it's been pretty clearly established that they have feelings for each other. It's just that you know, all this other baggage is getting in the way. You know, I mean, in the couple episodes back when Sayori, you know, admitted to still having feelings for MC, and MC's first response was that how did he phrase it? His response something like I feel like if I get involved with you, like the same thing is going to happen again, like i.e. her killing herself. I guess I should put a big content warning about suicide at the top of this stream here. Oops. Actually, everyone in the club agrees that silly plans of force being a couple equals bad idea. Yeah, everyone definitely agrees with that. So there's a little scared relationship, maybe. Yeah. I mean, there's that. There's maybe the MC too. Oh, MC. Oh, big time scared. Well, I don't think he's scared of the relationship so much as the idea that she might kill herself, because, you know, that's how the events played out in the original game. Spoiler warning. She killed herself shortly after the love confession thing. Yeah, and you know, like for Sayori's standpoint, I mean, you can sort of understand that she has a hard time asking for things for herself. Like, she's all about putting other people's needs first. So as soon as MC started in with, I'm, you know, worried about you killing yourself, like, she immediately shut down and was like, okay, get out. I can't talk about this. Go away. You know, like, she's like, you know what I mean? Like she's she just has a hard time. Like it was really hard for her to actually talk about her feelings and put herself out there and say, this is what I want. And when he didn't immediately react positively, she just retreated back into that pattern of I have to put other people's needs first. And okay, if the idea of being in a relationship is too hard for him, then no relationship, then go bye-bye. You know. Perhaps Monika's just going to kill Sayori if MC and Sayori gets close again. I mean, that's kind of how it worked in the original game. But I don't think I would remotely say I got that impression from the way this mod is going. I mean, she's been pretty open about, saying that she's going to let them live their lives and so on. Anyway, given these, I mean, strictly speaking, I mean, Sayori, it's her right, it's her choice. She wants to pursue someone else. I mean, it's not wrong, wrong per se. I mean, we don't know exactly what her motivations are. Like, arguably, it could be like a coping mechanism kind of thing. It could be, like I said, a rebound kind of thing. She just wants to fill that sort of void that she feels in herself. Considering that 1 week earlier she had just told MC that she loves him and wants to be with him, it's kind of a pretty crappy coping mechanism that, like, that in addition to hurting MC is probably ultimately going to hurt her as well. So it's just, like we said before, these are hormonal teenagers making poor decisions. Just Monica, yeah. She's definitely doing it for healthy, self-interested reasons. Yeah, exactly. Just as she does everything else. Yeah, exactly. I mean, exactly / sarcasm. Curiosity, what happens if you comment out or just move their files to another folder? Everyone else's character? The game, I mean, if you're talking about the original game, it's not so sophisticated that it actually checks character files very much. Like, the character files themselves, they don't do anything. They're just there to be a gimmicky game mechanic in the final scene. Like, if you there are only like 2 or 3 instances in the whole game where doing anything with game files does anything. One is the obvious deleting Monica's file at the end of Act 3. 2 is putting Monica's file back in after she's deleted, and then she's like, don't play games so hard, I want to stay gone. And 3 is if you delete the files right at the beginning, then Sayori apparently becomes self-aware and freaks out and deletes the game right away. Those are like the only 3 instances where messing with the game files does anything in the original game. Other than that, you can delete them, move them, whatever you want with them, and it has no effect. They don't actually do anything. Oh, whoops, I'll save you the trouble here. Nothing. Yeah, characters have hinted at why that is. Only checks my files there. Yeah, it only checks it for it's there, and only in the specific instances that I mentioned. That's the only effect of the character files in the original game. Shoot, there was some more thing I wanted to say. Regarding Sayori, coping mechanism, probably not a healthy choice. And the cake as well. Like, I can sort of imagine that she turned the cake down because she would feel guilty eating it, knowing what it represented to MC, but at the same time, it's like giving the cake back to him. It's like, what's he gonna do with it now? Like, throwing it on the ground is the only option. Anyway. From these options, I'm not going to say I don't care. I'm not going to say you should make a plan to get them together. That's dumb. I don't think the issue is that MC is going to be bold, so I'm going to go with stating the obvious. Sayori's pushing him away. Happy birthday to the ground! Yeah. That's a great comedy moment. It's the most memorable quote from that song. Anyway, moving on. Sari's pushing away. Obviously. Obviously. I wonder why, though. I have a few ideas as to what her motivation is, but I guarantee you that she's not doing it just because she randomly liked this other guy. Uh-huh. Yeah, I figured. What happens if you manually re-add their files, assuming you copy them after Monica deletes them? Nothing. Nothing happens. Like the game honestly only checks those 3 occasions that I mentioned. That's it. The game completely ignores the character files otherwise. Except when it's actively deleting them. Anyway. But you just check your print figure. Yeah, sure. I think there was a line earlier in the mod that they're specifically they didn't want to be actually looking into each other's character files. Anyway, moving on. I hope it's nothing that will affect the club. They're both supposed to be there later today. I've had a couple of separate long talks with each of them over the last couple of days. Great. What did you glean from these talks? Wait, last couple of days? That means you left. That means you left MC alone for almost 3 weeks? Since you took a week off for the spring break? My main concern is that I didn't want this whole thing to drive either of them out of the club. For now, it seems like they're both alright with being there and being tolerant of each other. I doubt they'll bring as much energy to the club as they used to before, though. Unrequited love is a hell of a downer. But anyway, they aren't the only members of the club. They aren't the only members of the club. I mean, it isn't unrequited love, though. They have feelings for each other. They're just holding themselves back from acting on them. It's not exactly unrequited. Yeah, early episodes, Monica does not want to be evasive with club presidency power. Yeah, exactly. Yuri's been doing pretty well, it seems. Mostly, anyway. She's really enjoying the club and writing poems, and she seems to be dealing weirdly well with everything that's happened. How do you think Yuri's doing so far? Well, I mean, she's self-harming, so... Your self-confidence is impressive. I wish she'd stop cutting. She's doing really well at understanding others. Interesting that she's into coding DDLC mods. I mean, yeah, I mean, agreed on all points, really. Definitely interesting she's into coding DDLC mods. I mean, I'm kind of most concerned about the cutting thing. So I'm kind of leaning towards that option. Yeah, me too. I'm not sure there's anything we can do about it, though. She firmly believes she has it under control, and that's her choice to make, and it is her choice, although I'm not so sure that she has it under control. The best we can do is just make sure we're there for her. Yeah. Monica, make some copies of the MC's files, to give them random renames and redistribute them out to everyone else, including yourself. Lol. But make multiple MCs? Wait, one for each character? That's one way to do it, I suppose. Moving on. And try to keep reminding her that she shouldn't have to hurt herself. Still, I guess we all have our coping mechanisms, yeah. And she's coping a lot better with the reality stuff than I expected, like I said. Although, in retrospect, I should have predicted that if anyone would do well with that idea, it would be her. Actually, if you had asked me that question before all this happened, I probably would have said I would do the best. I guess I proved that wrong, though. Yeah, you gotcha. Yeah. Honestly, it's not the abstract idea of it that worries me. It's the way it feels. Like, on an intellectual level, I understand what's happening, and in theory, it shouldn't make a big change in how I act or think or live my life. But the feeling of unreality is palpable. It's too strong to just reason away. Like, imagine you were standing up right now and you held your arms out in a T-pose, and then someone built around you a metal case that exactly fit your body, so you were trapped in the T-pose and couldn't move. Oh no, I can't advance to the next. I can't advance to the next dialogue. Enough messing around. And sure, there might be holes for you to breathe, and maybe people bring you food and water. Use your mind, yeah. But imagine being completely unable to move like that, even to wiggle a finger. Even if you knew intellectually that you wouldn't die or anything, you'd probably still panic, right? You'd freak out. Yeah, I can imagine. I know I probably would. That's kind of like what I was going through. That's what it felt like. Those same feelings of blind panic and horrifying restraint. Maybe not as bad as being physically trapped, especially now that I've gotten kind of acclimated to it. But in the beginning, it was really awful. It was torture. Anyway, well, this is a brief crying spree. I was about to say soft lock. Let's talk about Natsuki. Haven't talked about her yet, right? She's gone through some interesting changes recently, hasn't she? Yeah, well. I mean, in addition to the whole smoking thing, there's being more active with the NPCs. Trying to break in with the popular crowd, losing track of her studies. Smoking. I still can't believe she started smoking. Hopefully she stops soon. What do you think of Natsuki's recent adventures? The game is technically unplayable that you can't possibly regress. Smoking worries me too. She seems to be trying to fill in an empty feeling. Well, yeah. She's under a lot of pressure, but she's very emotionally strong. I wonder if the popularity thing is good or bad for her. I'm kind of leaning towards she seems to be trying to fill an empty feeling. I mean, I guess you could argue that everyone in this game is, really. Maybe everyone in life is, generally. Other thing is good or bad for her? Yeah, I could go for this one. I'm kind of leaning towards this one, I think. I mean, is the popularity thing a good or bad thing for her? I mean, I mean, like thinking about, I can't help thinking about the events of DDLC Plus and the self-love side story, and how Natsuki felt like she needed to break away from that. The crowd that's her friends that she hangs out with, but she is aware that they're a toxic influence on her. In any case, I think I'm going to go with this one here. Yeah. It's odd. A while ago, Natsuki came to me asking for advice on how to cope with the unreality thing. I actually think you were there to see it, remember? Yes? Oh, we're having a recap here? More recaps. Ow, I've been effing affected. Guess it's not really me hiding it, though. It's just more me compartmentalizing it. Like, I'm talking to you about it, I'm not ignoring it or just trying to bury it all for someone else's benefit. I try to keep the strong part of me strong even while I try and deal with the bad shit, if that makes any sense. It does. What she said about keeping the strong part of her strong really resonated with me. Flashback, yeah. Clip show episode, oh no. It's helped me think about how I should approach the problem. Like, it's okay to be weak, and it's okay to have another part of you that's strong and resilient. Plus, it was nice to have someone to empathize with about reality angst or whatever. I'm just worried that she's using her strength to deal with the emptiness in unhealthy ways. I tried to give her some ideas during that conversation, but to be honest, even for me, they only marginally work. I think both having the revelation about the game and having a tough go of things to begin with has been a difficult ordeal for her. Hopefully she'll be alright once she gets used to it. Anyway, I guess we've talked about everyone in the Literature Club. Unless, of course, you think there's someone we've forgotten, just Monica. Sure. Just a little joke. In all seriousness, I'm doing alright, I guess. It's still hard being here. Sometimes I think it's getting easier, but I can't tell. Maybe I'm just fooling myself because I wish it was getting easier. But then I'm just as capable of fooling myself in the opposite direction because I feel bad. Who knows which one it really is. I'm trying to cope as best I can. Having you and my friends around really helps. But it certainly doesn't get me out of here either. Well, I asked your opinions on how everyone else is doing, but what do you think of how I'm doing? Why not create a copy of her files? Make some adjustments and see if her changes made it better or worse? That's, There could be some ethical issues with that. I don't know. I mean, previous episode said that Yuri was experimenting with making like non-sentient copies of them, and for the little Inception mod within a mod. So who knows? Maybe. Clippings Monica extremely averse to playing God, especially early on here. Okay, what do you think of how I'm doing? Keep working on finding a way out. Oh, okay. Focus on being content where you are. Helping the club might help you feel better. I love you. Do what makes you most happy. I mean, okay, so keep working on finding a way out. I mean, that's just feels like a losing game there. I don't really want to feed into that particular coping mechanism. I don't think. I'm kind of leaning towards this one. Helping the club might help you feel better. I mean, when it comes to, I've said this before. Like, it comes to like negative emotions, like whether it's like depression, anxiety, whatever. Sometimes the best thing to do is to find yourself something to distract yourself from those feelings, and like occupying yourself with, you know, helping out other club members seems like it seems like a worthwhile cause that basically benefits everybody. So if I rigged alarms to blare in a siren to sound with big flashing text that says "Simp Alert" if you pick the last option. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go with this one. That's an interesting way of looking at it. Maybe I should try to lose track of my own problems by helping my friends with theirs. I suppose that would be at least temporary relief. Plus, I really do like to see my friends happy. I'm a kind person at heart, you know. And so humble, too. I know that sometimes I put a stony, inaccessible exterior, and I know that when I was freaking out I did some very awful things. But I'm a good person, I want you to know that. Or at least, I try to be. I guess you told me to help others, I guess you knew that about me, though. Well, I've probably taken up enough of your time. I should show you what I brought you here to see. It's about MC. Actually, do you mind if I tell you something about me real quick? Okay, yeah, no, you're just deliberately leaving the audience in suspense. you're just gonna dangle MC revelations in front of us, eh? Kind of selfish, timely, selfish comment. Yeah, exactly. I know there's probably a lot of stuff happening at the school that you'd want to see, and I'm burning time. But there's just something else about us that I wanted to share. Just dead, aren't they? I mean, we'll see. If you want to hear about it, not right now, Monica, or absolutely. I mean, you started, so might as well go for it. Absolutely. Great. I promise I won't take long. So, I had a dream about you last night. I know that seems kind of weird because I don't really know what you look like, but I knew it was you in the way that you just know things are true in dreams. Yeah, that's kind of how it is. And actually, before I go on, can I ask you a question? Do you ever dream about me? No, create a separate save file. I mean, if I save before every choice, I'm going to fill up all the save slots. As I'm kind of not bothering saving for these. I mean, if I'm honest, like, no. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I guess that's to be expected. I am just a graphic on a screen in your world, after all. I guess I just hope that maybe your emotional connection to me will be strong enough anyway. Ever since my data nightmares went away, I sometimes dream about things that aren't real, but who knows, there are probably reasons for you. You're about her, but not often? Oh, really? Okay. After all, everyone dreams about different things. Some people rarely dream about other people at all. But maybe there's a reliable way. Do you know about lucid dreaming? If you don't, then you should Google it. I mean, that's about where you're aware that you're dreaming and are able to control it. I've had plenty of instances when they became aware that I was dreaming. Controlling it though never seems to work for me. Stop being so cringe, Monica. Aw. But basically it means dreaming and being aware that you're dreaming. It's actually sort of a skill you can learn. There are lots of books and articles on it. Once you start lucid dreaming, you start to exert more control over what you dream about. So maybe if you were able to do this, you could bring me over whenever you wanted, at least in your dreams, and I'll try to do the same here. Although I guess I already have control over my surroundings and awareness of being in a fake reality, but it would be kind of like we were together. Anyway, just something I wanted to bring up with you before I forgot. So, back to MC. You remember how I told you that everyone had to learn about the truth of our world? I'm pretty sure we've talked about how that came about. Sari and I already knew, of course, so we brought it back Natsuki and had her play the game as preparation, and then we had her become the president so she could experience everything directly. And then we did the same with Yuri. And then, well, at first I thought that was it. MC just meant main character, the player character, and that wasn't anyone beyond you. But, well, I can show you. Or replay? Can you still hear me? Click OK if you can hear me. Well, there's nothing else to click. Okay, good. This is basically like a replay of past events, but I can still talk to you by hijacking the narrator voice. I should look to you like a disembodied, italicized first-person voice now, I think. That way you won't confuse me with what the replay Monica is saying. It's weird in here, by the way. Hard to describe it. Anyway. Advance 2, playing 2 steps. So, okay. Flashback to them telling everyone what's going on. Yuri looking concerned, Natsuki looking annoyed, I guess, and Sari looking kind of neutral, and Monica looking kind of sad. Don't click it. Whoops, too late. So what now? We just finished giving Yuri some time to process. She said she was okay, but, well, we were a little concerned about how she would react, which is why she went last of the 4 of us. But like I said, I thought, hey, at least you're done with the trauma of getting everyone in the know now. As break 1. I'm so sorry. I killed you all. I killed you. The only friends I had. I'm sorry you have to see this. It was a pretty rough time for me. Advance to break 2. For F's sake, Monica, this is like the 20th time you've had a breakdown. You've yelled and screamed and cried enough. I honestly cannot deal with another emotion fest where we talk about anger and betrayal and death. Then we all talk about our feelings for infinity in a black void until we're too tired to keep talking. Speaking of which, can we please go somewhere normal? I don't want to deal with this place right now. Yeah. I guess at least it's over now. You all know what happened. There's no one left to hide it from. In a way, Sayori's reaction. In a way, I'm just glad it's done. We can done with it. Move on. I hope you don't all hate me. But wait, what about MC? Sayori, I don't think that MC was ever really a part of the world. He was just the player character, and I think he's gone now. That can't be true. He was a real person, my best friend for my whole life. Those are just memories in the game put there, Sayori. I'm not sure the MC you knew ever really existed outside those memories. But he never died. Nothing ever happened to him. No, but he just kind of stopped being there. As the game went on, he got replaced by the player character, and now that we're just floating without the game script, there's nothing there. He can't be gone. He can't. I still had so much I wanted to say to him. Isn't there anything you can do, Monica? Like, what if we elected him club president? What about it, Monica? I don't really know what would happen. It could be dangerous. Please? Alright, Sayori, here goes nothing. I move that MC be elected club president. Seconded. Any opposed? Motion carries. Yeah, that didn't work. I noticed that some kind of error for missing values. It's like, no, sorry. There's some kind of error for missing values. It's like Natsuki said, the definitions for him as a separate character don't call anything anymore. It's too far degraded. The files have been tampered with too much, mostly by the game automatically trying to fix things for us after it got messed up. Couldn't we just do a clean restart of the game and get him back that way? We could, but then we'd wipe our own memories. Everything would happen the same way, and we'd be right back where we started. Exclamation points. Unless... You have an idea, Monica? Lots of dotted dots. And a dot mouth as well. No, I'm sorry. No, it's just not a good idea. Please? Anything. It really is a bad idea. You guys aren't going to like it. Just tell us. Well, I could write protect our existing files for the duration of the normal game and put them in an otherwise clean restart. Then we could keep all our memories of everything that's happened up to the present. I'd have to rig the game so that when I or Sari delete files, we'd transfer them instead. I create a copy of your own files, theoretically keep your memories? Sure, why not? I mean, the rules for how the game operates are just kind of made up on the fly at this point, so... deep lore here, yeah. And then I could see set the game to automatically reintegrate our write protected files with the regular files. It's risky for us, but it should work in theory. And then once we get to the end, instead of sending it back to the menu, we bring everyone together and immediately elect MC present before the game going off the rails corrupts everything. I have no idea what that would do, but for a little bit at least, the MC character, independent of the player, should be aware of what's happening. But I don't know if that would let him keep existing past the scripted portion of the game. And there's a really nasty catch, which is... Which is? Are you suggesting that they have to go through the events of the original game? Like, reenact it over again? I mean, is that actually necessary? For them to reenact it again? If that's what she's about to say? If I write protect our files with our existing memories through the events of the game, we will all be completely aware of what's happening and what is going to happen. But we'll be trapped in the script and unable to do anything differently than we've already done. I mean, okay. I mean, like I said, you're just making up the rules as you go along here. I would have thought if they're like self-aware and in control of their actions, they could change things. But what do I know? Yep, no trauma here. So we'll be completely aware of everything that's happening to us, and we'll feel everything that happens to us. Everything. Let's do it. Are you sure, Yuri? I mean, the stabbing. I know, but I can get through that. I've already gotten through it once. If I know that I'm going to be back and all right at the end of it, it'll be fine. What about you, Sayori? You probably had the most actual physical pain to deal with. And about as much emotional pain as anyone else, for that matter. I'd go through all that 100 times to see MC again and talk to him again. Once is easy. And Natsuki, are you going to be okay? Oh, yeah, easy. Not a problem. I had it a lot easier than you guys. It seems like everyone is willing, Monica. But you're reluctant to. Yes. I'm afraid. I'm terrified of doing all that again, and I'm sorry for being such a coward, but there's one other thing. Even if we get back MC, he was the only way we could interact with the player. Excuse me. Yes, the MC did do things for me? Natsuki definitely not more afraid than she seems. Moving on. That I could interact with the player, but what if we lose that link? Honestly, Monica, I cannot believe you. You need to get control of yourself. You're afraid? What happened to the cold, emotionless, gold-driven Ice Queen? You don't get to complain about the risk of losing a loved one if that's what the player even really is to you. I mean, come on. I mean, come on. After all the bulls... Natsuki? Monica, I know you don't want to go through it all again. And I know you're afraid of the risk of losing your link to the outside world, but you also want to help Sayori, right? Yes. Then let's do it. It'll only be a few days worth of suffering, and we know we'll get to the other side of it. I think you'd agree we owe it to Sayori. So they're... I mean, here they're here they go, freely, like, dying again. Which, I mean... It also, which, again, it kind of reinforces that the whole... I mean... MC's worries of like Sayori killing herself if he like gets together with her, like, on some level it is a little weird to be concerned about that when they can just bring themselves back at will, but I don't know. Then again, maybe MC himself doesn't have quite the same perspective as they do. Monica, at least you're not getting eaten by a sea dragon, sure. Okay, moving on. You're right. I owe it to Sayori and to all of you. Alright. Why is Sayori's mouth open? Give me a little bit of time to prepare everything. In the meantime, I guess do whatever you need to do to get in the right headspace for this. So Monica does get mentioned in this mod? Oh yeah? And don't blame me if it doesn't work at the end of it. I know you'll do your best, Monica. And I did. Actually took a bit longer than I'd hoped, but I managed to write protect everyone's file and get to the game to a place where I could use those files. The really difficult part was getting the game to trick itself into not deleting the .chr files, but moving them instead while thinking they were deleted, and then rigging them to come back at the end of the game so we could execute our plan. But that's a bunch of technical stuff that you probably don't care about. And in the end, I managed to do it, and when everyone was ready, we ran the game. Buy bookmarks to break 3. What about the Death Run mod? I don't think the Death Run mod would get mentioned in this. I mean, that's very obscure niche interest. No one sent an email about that, no? Anyway, moving on. Hey! I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. So this is vanilla dialogue here. To be honest, knowing everything that was happening and that was going to happen while being trapped helplessly by the script was even worse than going through it the first time. Jump scare, I guess. Now let's play all of Act 1, just kidding, just kidding. Act 1 Syndrome, bad mod, yeah, exactly. Even now it's hard to think of, as we all had these things happen to us. We knew they were coming, we knew exactly how awful it would feel. Sayori had to feel the rope in her hands again, she had to scrape her fingers against it while she was passing out until they were raw, and Yuri had to feel... I'm sorry you have to see it again. Have to? Why do I have to? I mean, that was just... You skipped everything else. Basically, the aurora going up kills you if you're not at least 100 meters deep in range, because it goes across the entire surface. Anyways, back to DLC. Monica, it's important to the narrative, yeah. It was probably traumatic enough for you the first time, and I'm awful for having hurt you like that, but I need to understand the sacrifice we had to make. Play with me. All this suffering for nothing. Well, not for nothing, but not for what the past me thought it was for. Made me think about all of it, you know. When I went through it the first time, I didn't have to experience any of what happened to everyone else. For me, it was just, whoops, I guess I messed with that integer too much, and let's try to patch things up. Whoops, there goes Sayori, and then Yuri. I didn't have to experience what it was like for them to die, but now I had to see it over and over again to make things right. For my penance for what I did, I guess. It's sort of brought home the enormity of what had happened. But that wasn't all I had to go through, of course. What's happening? Player name, what's happening to me? It hurts. It hurts so much. Help me, player name. Please hurry and help me. This is more vanilla dialogue here. Did you do this to me? Did you? And that was all, other than the ending. Fortunately, I had a way to just loop both endings together so that MC could know about both of them, without us having to go through all that twice. All that was left was to see if it would work. There's the final message that she displays at the end. Can you return protocol? It's not over? Where am I? What happened? I was talking to Monica, and then she... The name is too long. Clip show, yeah. Wait, she was talking to me. My name is player name. No, that's not right. I don't understand. The school, the girls, where... Back here. Where is everybody? And who am I? No, I'm the newest member of the Literature Club? I guess that's still true. Sari's childhood friend, yes. Hello. Monica, I thought you were done with the Literature Club. I was, but I changed my mind. What did you do with the others? They're right here. Sayori, Yuri, Natsuki, you're all okay. Hi, MC. MC? I'm really happy to see you again. We shouldn't interact with him too much, it'll complicate things. What? But before we do it, if you have any last words you want to tell the player, you should, just in case. Well, that's a little, darkly ominous. Wait, the player is just a game. No, you are playing a game, but I'm a person. You do not exist inside this world. Yes, I do. I am error.player name not found. Arg. It's been real. Sorry for freaking out. Hope things are chill for you in the real world. Peace. Wait, who are you talking to? Don't answer that, anyone. To thank you for spending time with me, if you did. As always, yeah. I mean, if you did. I mean, you're kind of, the players kind of are required to in the original game. Oh well, anyway, in Act 2 anyway. I'm sorry for acting how I did. That's not really me. Hey, I'm sorry if this means you get locked out or the game uninstalls or whatever, or you lose Monica. I guess that might mean a lot to you, and believe me, it means a lot to her. She loves you more than anything, but hopefully you can understand why we have to do this. And I hope you can be happy for me. None of this makes sense. Who are they talking to? I'm going to try not to lose it. If you're still here, you know that I love you more than anything, and I don't want to do this. I want to stay with you forever, but I have to do this to make things right with my friends. I know you understand, so just in case this is the last time, I love you. Sure, subtle, aren't they? Please remember me. I move that define MC equals dynamic character. MC what prefix? CTC. The elected president of the club. you just threw the entire dynamic character line in there, right? Fun fact: the CTC that's the click to continue icon. That's this icon here is the CTC icon. The little triangle in the corner of the text box. The this section of the code is what makes this appear here. You can have something else, something different, or have it appear in a different position if by changing these lines, like for one person. Player, I guess, silly Monica, that's just a sayer definition. Yeah. Anyway. MC, is that who I am? Seconded. Any opposed? The motion carries. Wait. Wait. It's all a game. I was just a way for the person on the other side of Monica's wall to see in. I was just the player character, the protagonist, the main character. That's what MC is supposed to stand for, but that's not right. Oh, I'm more than that, aren't I? I do exist in this world. I have interests and thoughts of my own. I'm a person. I have a personality. I have friends. And her. I've known her my whole life. She's always been there for me, and I've always been there for her. I can't stop being there. Epilepsy warning? Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Yes, I am real. I have to be real. I do belong here with her and the rest of them. MC isn't main character, not anymore. That's just my name. Always has been, always will be. At this point, the game was trying to make sense of what we had done to it by making its own internal definition of MC. MC, the present, we had given it a contradiction that it was trying to resolve. The MC was supposed to be just a window with minimal personality for the player to use to enter our world, but by making that character present, he got to make his own choices about his reality in the game. Yeah, again, more world building, world establishing here. I mean, the whole notion that the game is trying to just like self-correct a contradiction or whatever. It's sort of like along the lines of the comment we made in the previous stream about like how much awareness does the game have if it's like generating it's self-generating the options that appear on the screen. Create whatever I want in this text field. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, yeah, you can make up your own rules for that the game works. That's fine. I've always said like I'm perfectly content for mods to mess with ideas and notions about how the game operates as long as it's internally consistent. Anyway, moving right along. Making that character present, he got to make his own choices about his reality in the game, and he chose to exist with us as his own person. Characters MC.chr, MC.chr verified. Oh yeah, I looked into the MC his character files contents, and yeah, my first thought was that the letters, it just seems to be a random assortment of letters. It's nothing but letters. There aren't any other characters. Yeah, I was like, obviously my first thought was, oh, this is probably going to be base 64 or something, but it obviously isn't. It's because it's only letters, no other characters. And the letters are kind of evenly distributed. Like like my next thought was that maybe it was a cipher, but they're too evenly distributed for it to be a cipher. Like it's like cipher meaning it's like the letter E is represented by the letter M or something, you know, like each letter is represented by a different letter, and you just need to figure out which letter stands for what. But yeah, like it obviously isn't a cipher unless like you're gonna expect the letter Z to appear 300 times in there or something, you know. It's like each letter appears several hundred times. I checked. Yeah, I don't know. I think RNG isn't exactly the best at creating names. That's basic programming. It is a cipher, just not a simple one for one substitution. Not a simple one for one substitution cipher. Okay. Alright. Something to consider. Maybe I'll give it some more thought before I give up on it. I'll go think about it. I mean, I don't know. I might just give up and look up the answer, but anyway, moving right along. MC is here. Hello? I don't know how to load anything. I don't know how to do all that stuff Monica does. How do I get back to the room where they all are? Anyone? Help? I don't want to be lost in a black void forever. I wanted to see her again. Where did I go? He tells us he freaked out for a good long while. He didn't know what to do. But he's always motivated by getting Sayori back. And by the thought that somewhere we might be I'll be okay. Okay, try to think rationally about it. They made me the president, which I guess gives you the power to understand reality and manipulate it by the code. I guess they're counting on me bringing everything back. But I don't know how to do any of that. I guess I can sort of read the files. I don't understand any of this. How am I ever going to fix this? It's hopeless. No, it's not hopeless. I have plenty of time. It's just computer code. People learn this all the time. No reason why I can't. Deep breaths. Let's go. Guess I need to start reading all of these all these files to see how stuff works. This is the problem we had all forgotten about. We'd have no way to get him back to the rest of us, because he would be the club president. It would be up to him to figure out how to bring us all back together. Hopefully without catastrophically ruining things. The rest of us waited a very long time. He just stumbled around there for a few years. Shouldn't we be dead? It feels like it's been several weeks at least. But I don't feel hungry or thirsty or tired or anything. Time works a little differently in here right now, I think. I can't tell exactly why, since I no longer know what's happening. But I think that since we're not the active focus, time's not executing the usual slight modifications to our .chr files. I hope it doesn't take too long still. Just sitting around here forever will make me lose my mind eventually. Especially when that happens. Every time he messes up, I go slightly more insane. I recognize the feeling of that one. He's trying to call scenes, but he's forgetting to include the BG denoter. Background. But at least he's trying and making progress. If he keeps working at it, then did it work finally? MC, you did it! Sayori runs up and gives MC a huge hug. Hey there, Sayori. It's really good to see you again. It's really nice to see you too, MC. I was worried I'd never get to you again, but now you're here. I've never been so happy. You big dummy. Finally figured it out, huh? I'm glad to see nothing about you has changed, Natsuki. It's wonderful to see you again, MC. And to call you by your true name for the first time. Sayori and Yuri both have tears in their eyes. Hey, Slayer Rabbit, welcome to the stream. How's it going? Yuri, it's so good to see you well and yourself again. I guess we all have a lot to talk about. Where's Monica? Oh, she's right over here. Monica? Monica, are you okay? They're gone. Who's gone? The player? Gone. MC came back, but the player didn't come back with him. So, they're gone. Are you alright? I mean, I know you're probably pretty upset, but do you know where you are right now? Hi, Monica here. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's always been a dream of mine to make something special out of the things I love. I think we lost Monica, you guys. It's that's the text from the from the Steam page, from the ad, I guess. Now that you're a club member, you can help me make that dream come true in this cute game. Every day is full of chit-chat and fun activities with all my adorable and unique club members. Monica, can you talk to us? Sayori, the youthful bundle of sunshine who values happiness the most. Natsuki, the deceivingly cute girl who packs an assertive punch. Yuri, the timid and mysterious one who finds comfort in the world of books. And of course Monica, the leader of the club. That's me. Monica, snap out of it. I'm super excited for you to make friends with everyone and help the Literature Club become a more intimate place for all of my members. But I can already tell you that you're a sweetheart. Will you promise to spend the most time with me? Can she even hear us? Monica? They're gone. And this is it. Monica, look at me. Natsuki, the deceivingly cute girl who packs an assertive punch. Monica, listen to me. You're not the club president right now. You wouldn't be aware if the player was here, even if they were. Monica's lost her marbles, yeah. That'll cure her insanity. I mean, some mod authors seem to think that would work. Not gonna name names. Let's go with the heavy dose of common sense. I mean, common sense insofar as the way the rules operate as per the writing in this mod, anyway. I mean, I don't know. I mean, an argument could be made that in Vanilla DLC, Monica continued to be aware after she was deleted and after Sayori was made president. So this is just making up new rules, which is fine. It's fine. Whether or not this constitutes common sense is arguable. It kind of depends on what rules you're establishing. Anyway, moving on. You dummy. Guys, please, we need to make me the president right now. I need to know if they're there. I don't think that's a good idea. It doesn't seem to me like you're in the right state of mind for it. Uh-oh, Monica has an addiction. She has a presidency addiction. Plus, I think we're going to have a long talk about whether we can trust you with that power again. Yeah, that's fair. MC with the suddenly warranted angry eyebrows. She has the small pupils. Look out. Yeah, exactly. Fine, fine. But if you would be so kind, is the player effing there or not? Well, yeah. I could feel them watching me while I was filling around trying to fix things initially. So they're definitely there. Please, you have to let me talk to them. Vice President, maybe? I need them. Well, but first I need to bring MC up to speed and everything. Then you need to calm down and get your shit together so we don't all end up dead again. And then you can talk to them. But you can do it, Monica. If they're out there, they're waiting for you, and they need you to be strong and get through it. You're right, Sayori. Just give me some time, and I'll be ready to talk about everything. Again. Wait, what does she mean again? It's a long story, MC, but you'll hear all about it. I think we should all take a long break and relax a little before we talk about this. Maybe we can go to the club room and drink some tea? Yeah, I'd like that. And that's basically it. That's how MC came to be his own person. The others like to say that he freed himself, which is a pretty good way of putting it. It's like the Matrix. I didn't free you, you freed yourself. Anyway. But I want you to know how important MC is to all of us, how much we had to go through to get him back. I had to risk losing everything, including you, and we all had to torture ourselves unknowingly, and now maybe you understand a little more about how important Sayori is to him, I hope, even more than she was before. Yeah. Which, makes it a little unfortunate that Sayori is kind of jeopardizing the stability of the club for, Mr. Kenzo, but, unfortunate coping mechanisms and inexperienced teenagers making not the best choices, I guess. Is it really love if you didn't will yourself into existence for the other person? Um, that's one way to look at it, I guess. Moving on. And why the situation they have now is so awkward for everyone. Reading POS to Monica Cedar. I got POS. Point of sale? Piece of shit? What does POS stand for? What does POS stand for in this context? Those are the only two. I need to pull up Wikipedia's disambiguation page for POS. Part of speech, poverty of the stimulus, cellular popolica, indigenous language spoken in Veracruz, Mexico. Okay. POS is also a rapper. Also known as POS member of the New York hip hop trio De La Soul. Huh. Pain of Salvation. That could fit. A Swedish progressive metal band. Port of Spain. Okay, I've cracked it. It's definitely her. The Port of Spain has been transferred back to her. Seems like programming shorthand for position here. Yeah, probably. I think it was something I came up with on the spot. I wouldn't bother looking too deeply. Yes, position shorthand is what I think it was. Proof of space, cryptocurrency, blockchain. Oh, great. Post office sorting van? Anyway, sorry. Let's move on. Monica's on the blockchain, yeah. It's canon. Sure. Moving right along. Anyway, it's probably about time we got back. Doki Doki crypto meetings. In fact, I think it's already past the club starting time in there. It's hard to tell from in this weird narrator space. I hope Sari and MC are right about being able to get along despite everything. I guess there's only one way to find out. Grassy and Sierra club time. The club's all here. MC and Yuri are talking in one corner, and Natsuki and Sayori in another. Who to check on? MC and Yuri or Natsuki and Sayori? I mean, I'm kind of curious to know how MC's doing. I mean, he was basically completely absent from the last episode, except for the flashback. Save? Okay, fine. I don't think it really makes a difference at this point. I expect we go through both of them. Anyway, let's go with MC. No one deals with it that well, MC. It must have hurt. I know how much you care about her. Well, yeah, it hurts a little. Okay, yes, maybe I went home and cried a lot when I found out and spent mostly all of last week crying. Also, oh, ouch. Oh, yikes. Sadly relatable. I mean, I've been in that situation where, you know, coming out of a relationship where we both wanted each other, but the circumstances weren't right for a relationship, so it sucks. It sucks. What else could you say? I mean, it's the feeling that I mean, intellectually, yeah, this is ultimately going to be fine, and it's going to work out in the end, but it still sucks at the time. Save, load, then return to the first. No, I'm going to carry on as is. Anyway, moving on. That makes sense, especially finding out the way you did. That must have been awful. Well, I mean, it wasn't that bad. Oh, it wasn't? I mean, it's not like she and I were actually boyfriend and girlfriend, and it wasn't like I was having some big emotional investment turned against me. I mean, I think it kind of was. I mean, at least, it was an emotional investment as opposed to other kinds of investment. I mean, it's not like you moved in together before finding out about it or something. MC putting on a brave face on things. Yeah, exactly. I mean, considering that Sayori told him, like, a week earlier that she loved him and wanted to be with him, like, there was, I think, from his perspective, a reasonable expectation that she would still feel that way a week later. Anyway, moving on. Well, MC, I'll tell you what I think. And you don't have to tell me whether I'm right or not. I think you did have a big emotional investment in Sayori. Hey, no kidding. And I think that we had all just persuaded you to include a potential romantic relationship as part of that emotional investment. And then it did get turned against you. So I imagine you're hurting a lot more than you let on right now. And that's fine. Putting a brave face on it, that's one way of coping in the short term. Yeah. But you shouldn't keep it up for too long. Well, I mean, that depends. Eventually, you have to process all those feelings. And when you do, we'll be here to help you, okay? Yeah, I mean, as long as you know, MC's friends make it clear they're there to help him out. I mean, I think that's the most important thing. Also, I just noticed that both of them have their collars a little wrinkled in exactly the same way. Gives you an idea that they must have copied Yuri's collar when they made the MC sprite. See, a CYF create your Frisk mod where you entered combat with Monica. I think there were 2 endings. Okay, I'm not familiar with that at all. Foreboding that's going to be Yuri and MC. I'm still lost at create your Frisk. I don't know what that means. I have no context for that. One thing I have noticed is that Yuri's actually, I guess yeah, that's another thing they copied here. The format of her uniforms, you know, I'll point it out when you have more characters on the screen. Put a pin in that. Going back to that. Anyway, moving on. When you do, we'll be here to help you, okay? No, you got it all wrong, Yuri. I mean, of course I care about Sayori, but I hadn't really decided yet about the romantic relationship, so it's not that big a loss. I mean, honestly, like, if you want to like intellectualize it and put it in that, intellectualize it and put it in those terms, yeah. Strictly speaking, that is correct. That doesn't mean that that doesn't mean that there wasn't any emotional pain involved. Cool. Create Your Frisk is an Undertale-like thing that lets you script custom scenarios using Lua. Yeah, okay. Surprised her posture wasn't copied into a sprite. Anyway, moving on. I should just be happy for her. She's with someone who makes her happy and will take care of her, which this guy definitely will. So yeah, so you shouldn't worry so much about me. I'll be fine. Everything will be totally fine. Leslie and Sayori are still quietly talking as far away as possible at the other end of the room. Okay, so we're shifting perspectives again. Yeah. You know, everyone's got their coping mechanisms. I mean, this is how he's choosing to cope with the situation, and it's as valid as a coping mechanism as any, really. I mean, Yuri's statement that you have to process all these feelings. Strictly speaking, it might not be exactly true that it has to happen. I mean, I think it's sort of generally a good idea to sort through those feelings, particularly in the presence of people you can trust. Like, hopefully his friends will help him through it in healthy ways. But well, anyway, everything will be totally fine. MC, stop spoiling. Yeah. It'll deeply hurt you when she refuses. Yeah. It's going to end it all due to irritation. And when I say it, yeah. Well, we'll see. Anyway, moving on. So, hang on. You just 3 consecutive H words. Come on, Natsuki. And directly to Sayori, too. What do you even like about Kenzo? He's nice. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. That's the death nail right there. I mean, nice is that compliment you use when you can't think of anything to say. At best. It's frankly, in a lot of contexts, the word nice has a lot of negative connotations. Like, it's people who self-describe as, particularly people who self-describe as nice guys, usually aren't actually nice people. Anyway, Mark II? What? Anyway, moving on. He's nice, and he's handsome, and all that is more than enough reason to like him. Honestly, I'm kind of weirded out that you don't care that MC was actually there to ask you out. Look, me and MC will still be friends once the dust settles down. I know this ruins your ship or whatever, but I have to do what's right for me. You know, I keep telling you, Natsuki, it's kind of creepy shipping real people together. You don't do it. It just makes people uncomfortable. And it's not the best dynamic for the situation here. A perfect tone on the Natsuki voice acting there. Yeah. So you're just scared relationship with MC. Well, anyway. Seriously, forget about the silly ship business for a second. It's true that I'm good friends with both of you, and I was happy to see you guys get closer, but that's not why I'm bugging you. I know you too well, Sayori. You'd never go out with some guy you didn't even really know. I just want to make sure you're not going to end up hurting yourself for some weird Sayori reason, you know? This is probably a little late to worry about her AMC. But don't guilt trip me like that. Look, I know what I'm doing, okay? I really do like Kenzo. Everything will be totally fine. Natsuki looking skeptical. Okay, yeah, maybe now we can talk about the thing I was going to draw attention to. Now, most of the uniforms, like looking at Sayori's and Natsuki's, like they got this little divot here, and then it goes down over here. You can see my mouse cursor, right? Yeah. Anyway, there's a line from here which goes across here. And that's the same for Natsuki's uniform. But on Yuri's uniform, it goes in the reverse direction. Like this line here lines up with the lower triangle of the collar, whereas the others, the line lines up with the upper triangle. And I was going to put a line in the Storm sequel that Yuri had to get a custom fitting for her uniform because, because her posture was too great or something. Anyway, your bad posture, yeah, exactly. But yeah, everyone else like Ceres. I can't really see it right now because her hair's in the way. I think if you go to their special pose, you can see it. Ceres, Monica's, and Natsuki's have the same design, but Yuri's is reversed. And curiously, MC has the same reversed design here. Probably because they copied Yuri's collar. Although, I mean, I guess Ceres' color is also a little disheveled. Monica's and Natsuki's are the only ones that are like perfectly like clean and crisp there. Which I've kind of wondered about about Natsuki's though. I mean, that in itself kind of makes me wonder if there's some subtle implication. You could infer a subtle implication about her home life from that you know, like controlling father, maybe insisting that she has to be just so or something. For the 38, yes, what she needed a size of. Yeah, Sarah's messy, her uniform looking like that is normal. Yeah. Yeah, sorry, I'm just... Yeah, it's... MC's color is definitely copied from Yuri's, not from Sayori's. Like, it is different. Like, there's a wider art on this little bit here compared to Yuri's and MC's. Yeah, just curious. Anyway, moving right along. Okay, everyone, set of poems this week. With the neatest colors, Natsuki's, yeah. Instead of poems this week, we were supposed to submit mod scripts ideas for our own game, so I thought we could decide which one of them to actually make first. Let's see. Yuri adapted a Lovecraft story into our universe. Yuri's smile. That's adorable. Like, woo, Lovecraft. Eldritch abominations, hooray. MC just wrote down the time Yuri brought wine to the club. Ah yes, the wine incident. The infamous wine incident that Monica alludes to in one of her Act 3 dialogues, which is curiously left out of DDLC+. I wonder if Dan Savato got in trouble for that or something. Monica's L and the other one's L2, series L2. L what? I'm not sure what you mean by the L's. Okay, moving on. No longer can, meaning this mod is invalid? Yeah. Maybe it'll occur at some point after side stories? Well, I mean, that wouldn't make any difference to the vanilla game, I would think. I think, I mean, like I've played the vanilla game enough to notice the differences in the DDLC Plus version. There were only a few differences. One of them, let's see. One of them, instead of like at the end of Act 2, at the final argument between Yuri and Natsuki, Monica breaks out of it by saying, Jesus Christ. But in the DDLC Plus version, she says, oh, for God's sake. So there's that. And then there's, they cut out Monica's talk about God and religion in her Act 3 monologue. And they also cut out the wine incident from the Act 3 monologue. Those are the changes that I noticed. No mentioning of the wine in DDLC Plus. Yeah. Alpha would be the very back, L1 is the very front. Okay. Anyway, moving right along. Jessica, references to IRL. Oh yeah. There's a Shel Silverstein. Yeah. I think they might have. I think they cut out the Super Smash Brothers reference too. They probably, that I can understand. Dan probably doesn't want conflict between like this is being released on other platforms, you know, like non-Nintendo platforms, so you probably didn't want a conflict of interest there. Creating it for an audience, maybe the publishers told them to remove certain parts. Yeah, could be, could be. Anyway, moving right along. Mostly I just wanted to use that as an excuse to find out what happened. Huh. I thought I basically gave the full rundown in the original game. Anyway, Natsuki has an outline for a cooking show starring her. And mine is a collection of 10 short sketches. Why 10? That's how many possible pairings there are between the 5 of us. Pairings, you say? Are there 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. It's a bunch of ship sketches. Wait, really? Huh. Seems kind of lowbrow for you. Lowbrow? Please. Since when is shipping people lowbrow? Come on. It doesn't have to be lowbrow. I mean, it can be. It doesn't have to be. It's, I mean, you make some broad assumptions about what's meant by shipping here, I think. Natsuki, the arbiter of high taste. Yeah, no kidding. Like, Natsuki of all people complaining about shipping? Like, seriously? Certainly not what I would have expected. Well, I figured everyone would expect me to make some mod about the player or some really deep meta thing, but I've decided to go with something tried and true that everyone in the real world likes and just explore some good old-fashioned ships. I mean, not everyone. That's right, MC nuts. Yeah, I mean, I was ready to comment on, yeah, I don't know. There are a lot of people, or at least I've observed and interacted with a lot of people who complain about shipping in DDLC mods, even though it happens a very small minority of the time in mods, like it's like shipping the girls together. I suspect that that there's some baggage associated with same-sex ships that people are objecting to, but they don't want to admit they're objecting to. Yeah, my aforementioned Pride mod that I released today, it quickly, curiously, a curious thing. I've made the observation, I've made the comments a bunch of times over the years that there seems to be more bigotry in the r/DDLC mods subreddit compared to the r/DDLC subreddit. Like, I feel like, and I've observed a lot more negative comments about same-sex ships in the modding subreddit compared to the DDLC community as a whole. I'm not sure why that is exactly. Curiously, when I released the Pride mod today, it was reversed this time. There were well, I shouldn't say it's reversed per se. Like there were still okay. I still got a lot of negative comments in the modding side, but the DDLC subreddit has a much higher rate of downvotes for some reason. Regardless of what people think, yeah, cool. I think that's the way to go. Yeah, there are a lot of people that are just weird about it, but don't want to admit it. Yeah, exactly. God, I was too scared to look at the Reddit's reaction to the Pride pod. I don't have the Constitution. Yeah, well, I'll take a peek at it right now. Is it still in a? Is it still in a state of? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what reaction. There, like, so far, playtesting has been pretty positive. I mean, playtesting like before the release. I mean, I sent it to various like LGBT folks in in my sphere, Um, so, and it got positive reactions from them. You know, ultimately, like, those are the sort of people who are my target audience. Spelling errors. That's okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So there's troll comment here. Yeah. One of the comments was a wall of text which starts with changing the sexualities of the girls is unnecessary, and then I couldn't read any further because it was like my eyes are rolling into my head. Like, I didn't do it because it was necessary. I did it because I chose to do it. Like, I roll. Yeah, exactly. Like, that's so. I don't know. That's such a weird criticism when it comes to criticizing a piece of fan fiction. Like, oh, that was unnecessary. Well, duh. I know it's unnecessary. I didn't do it because it was necessary. I didn't. It's not like I'm going in here. It's not like I'm going into here and thinking, okay, I have to change their sexual orientation because it is necessary. I have to comply. sorry, Turbojet. I mean, it's a Pride mod, so it was supposed to me, like, I would think that addressing different sexual orientations would be expected. Like, I guess, yes, you can argue that it's technically unnecessary, but it's what I chose to do because it's what I wanted to do for the mod. It's what works and fits, I think. Lord Casero, hey, welcome to the stream. How's it going? I don't like Natsuri and get really upset whenever someone brings it up, but I keep dancing around. Why? Yeah. Oh, it's supposed to be that. Yeah, no, exactly. They say they don't like it, but yeah, it's so much dancing around. They're trying to, yeah, dancing around their reasons for disliking it. Anyway, thing that I was curious about, where, hold on, yeah, like, whoops, oops, I hope I didn't click on anything bad there. I just, I moused over to the, I accidentally moused over to the other monitor and clicked on the thing. Anyway, let's be more careful with my mouse control here. Yeah, yeah, r/ddlc mod, because I posted both to r/ddlc mods and r/ddlc, and r/ddlc mods has a 58% upvote rate with 10 total, like, net upvotes, and the one on r/ddlc is at 41% upvoted, and it's sitting at 0. It's sitting at net 0. It's been at net 0 since I posted it, pretty much. So it's getting a lot of downvotes, curiously. I don't know if someone's, like, sending bots at it to downvote bomb it or what. Or if there really is just that much of a negative reaction to the theme of Pride. Who knows? Like, that's the thing. Like, the people who downvoted are afraid to comment. Or you know, well, maybe I shouldn't ascribe reasons for their not commenting. Maybe I shouldn't say they're afraid to comment. But they mostly don't comment. They just upvote or downvote whatever they like or dislike for whatever reason without expressing those reasons. Anyway. Sorry, I'm falling behind in chat here. Get everything out if I let a bunch of upstairs complain about anything I add in it, unless it's helpful, I don't mind. Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. You know, like, yeah, you have to it is a useful and valuable skill to be able to differentiate what is useful criticism from what is just someone being a dick and you can ignore it. Yeah, so, like I said, someone's trolling. Someone just made a comment that there are spelling errors and grammatical errors. You might want to look over them. Things that needs out of character and refining, and it's unfinished and rushed. And it's like, really? Like, to that I say, no. No, it doesn't have spelling and grammatical errors. Like, I've proofread it multiple times. Like, I take proofreading seriously. You're just being silly. I mean, if you want to say it's rushed, then arguably, yeah. I mean, I did put together really quickly for you know, because I was a little rushed getting it out for Pride Month. So this feels like a troll comment here. But yeah. Anyway. It makes me uncomfortable, but I do not like saying it in those words. Yeah, no, that's. I think that's the long and the short of it. Yeah, people don't want to actually say it out loud. Many Harry Potter fanfics there are the mass ships. Yeah, you know, I think it's the same in every franchise, really. Like, you know, like fan fiction. In part exists to so that people can well, I mean, what am I trying to say here? People can explore whatever combinations of character interactions they want. You know, things that they don't normally, they can't get in canon. Fan fiction is people's opportunity to do things differently, and so yeah, you're gonna see a lot of shipping. You're gonna see a lot of shipping, like unusual shipping pairs of characters, because a lot of people write fan fiction because they know they're not going to get it in canon. They're gonna write stuff that there's no way for them to get otherwise. Ships in that category starting Navy. It's always a choice, never a necessity. You're back in 10 minutes? Okay. Maybe I should move on with them all then. I decided to go with something tried and true that everyone in the real world likes, to just explore some good old-fashioned ships. Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, yeah. Not everyone in the real world likes, but people who, I mean, yeah, like fan fiction in general. Like, you're going to see the ships there because you can't find it in canon. So if you can't find it in canon, then people are going to write it in fan fiction to fill that void. I just got done recording the playthrough. Oh hey, very good mod. Oh yeah, cool. That's cool. That's cool. Glad I got to see it grow up. Yeah. Recording the playthrough, you say? Like, is there you're posting the video somewhere? Also, welcome to the stream, ProCube. Anyway, moving right along. So, which one should we make first, do you guys think? What about Sayori's? Sayori actually coded and finished her own mod already. Wow. Can we play it? Heh, not yet. I ended up not really being sure if I wanted to show it to anyone else, but I'll think about it again once you guys finish yours. Sounds like Yuri's and Natsuki's would be the easiest to start with. Monica sounds fun, but would require a lot of work. Yeah, I mean, writing 10 scenes, that's gonna be a bit of a time demand there. I cut some stuff posted on my channel. I don't know. I've never done something like that before, though, or if I have, it's been forever. Yeah, fair enough. Aside from shipping, the community has a bias against OCs. Well, does it though? I don't know. I mean, there are quite a few. There are quite a few OCs out there. I mean, it's another thing that it's there's gonna be mixed reactions to it. Um, yeah, hard to say. Anyway, moving on. Mine requires knowing a story that I don't actually know because I wasn't here yet. I think it would be more fun if you wrote a mod about what you think that was like. That could be fun, yeah. Probably. My vote is still for Yuri's or Natsuki's. Well, mine actually is taking a lot longer to write the script than I hoped. It's meant to be kind of a comedy sketch and ended up a lot zanier than I first anticipated. Sorry, wait, what was Natsuki's? Oh yeah, it was the baking one. Sounds like we'll do Yuri's first then. Yuri, just send me and Sayori the rough script and we can talk about how we want to divide up the work. So they're going to write about Lovecraftian horrors now? I've seen less death threats over OCs personally. Yeah. Yep. Same. I'm not going to say I've seen a lot of death threats over my mods, but I have seen them. It's, really, I don't know, it's to me, I don't know, I can't fathom what goes on in these people's heads, like why, how is this something worth getting this upset over? I don't get it. Depending what happens with my mod, that may or may not change. Okay, so Dokis are writing mods, right? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the Dokis are making mods. Yeah, we've established that Yuri's writing a Lovecraftian horror mod, Natsuki's writing about a cooking show, which he's starring in, MC's writing about the wine incident, Sayori is being a little evasive, I think. What was it? Yeah, she's being evasive. She didn't actually say what it's about, but Monica's writing about shipping all the characters together. Which, again, a little creepy, but whatever. I mean, not creepy in the sense, I mean, okay, creepy in the context of she's a character writing about her friends. I mean, us in the real world writing ships of fictional characters together, it's not creepy. Like it's just it's when you're shipping real people together that it gets creepy. Oh, the same people that have Monica in their flash drive. Yeah. Anyway, moving on. So in the script we can talk about how we want to divide up the work. Okay. And with that, I guess it's about time to move on to emails. You know what? Club doesn't really seem the same without poems. It feels like something's missing when we don't do poems. I agree. Writing and sharing poems is one of my favorite things about the Literature Club. MC and Natsuki, I assume you two feel the same? I was kind of getting into the groove of writing poems, yeah. Well, sharing poems is my favorite thing about the club. I joined to have a nice place to read in peace, and that's what I like most about it. But I'll admit, it's been fun writing and sharing poems with you nerds. Then it's settled. We'll go back to writing poems for next time. Considered doing that for the joke before, but I don't think I really care enough. This joke gets fine, but when you take it seriously, it gets out of hand. Is that, Yeah. Anyway, moving on. For next week, let's try this. Pick a song you like and read its lyrics. Then rewrite the concept of the lyrics as a completely new poem. And with that, now let's get started on emails. Don't forget that you can send emails to us too at lit.club.prez.manga@gmail.com. Okay, now I'm going to move the chat over here so that you can, let's get here. Oh yeah, Monica's in her special pose. Now you can see which way oh, maybe not. Okay, yeah, right there, the line in her uniform lines up with the upper triangle of the collar. So just mentioning that. Anyway, before I get into that, I'm just gonna go use the washroom real quick. I'll be right back. need to get in the habit of muting the mic when I do this. And I'm back again. So I guess if I'm going to type, yeah, I've been developing heavily into my OCs. Some are of a different ethnicity and nationality. Shall I do not have a mission statement for fruition be written like a poem dedicated to the club? Sure. It's like a poetry though. Yeah, same. It's unfortunately some of my best writing. Anyway, let's see. Okay, so the email says, in episode 3, when Manga texted MC about his Sayori nightmare, how would she know to text him if it was a flashback? Wouldn't she only know that he was having that nightmare the week after when the flashback happened? Well, I mean, my understanding is that she's aware. She's just generally aware of where the game is focus is. But anyway, moving on. But do you remember the end of episode 2? Weird as it is that the weeks of our lives are episodes. I remember the end of episode 2. That the game went around to everyone late at night, and after it stopped on me, I remember that MC woke up from a nightmare. Now, I didn't really have any sense of what was in that nightmare until the week after, of course. But I did know he had a nightmare when it originally happened, and it wasn't a flashback yet. And that's why I texted him. I wish you didn't have to have nightmares about me, MC. Gosh. Sayori? Like, what the hell, Sayori? You insisted that you didn't want to talk about this and can't talk about this. Like, bring it up in the public space like this is just going to be awkward. Okay. Well, it's not as though I had any control over it. I can't help how I feel. Well, you should work on it. What kind of comment is this from Sayori? Is it a wee bit hypocritical? Is this she trying to make a point here that MC shouldn't tell her to work on her own feelings and stuff? Sorry, this is just a line of comments from Sayori is a little odd here, considering the conversations of the last few episodes. Anyway, I don't want to be responsible for any more of your suffering. No one ever said you were responsible for any of it. What was that? Focus didn't change to him. Let's focus and move on to the next email. No one ever said you were responsible for any of it. Well, I mean, okay, let's move on. Sorry about Sarah's birthday, MC, but I thought I'd ask, when is everyone's birthday? You already know mine, September 22nd. Yeah, that's the day after my birthday. And mine's on March 26th. Wait, really? Wait, really? You probably already knew that, though. They do. They saw part of your birthday. Oh. July 16th. Oh, really? That's coming up. We're in June 10th right now. And my blood type is A positive. Oh, okay. Hey, that's actually my blood type. Funnily enough. How tall are you? I'll scare you. I'm a very efficient 1.5 meters exactly. Efficient. I like that. About 4'11" for you Imperial System people. My birthday is November 4th. Oh. The day before Day to Remember? I don't know. Remember the 5th of November? The day before Guy Fawkes Day? I don't know. These dates just ones the dev picked for this, or are these? I don't think they have canon birthdays, do they? I don't know. Aside from Monica. I'm 5'5". My blood type is also A positive. Oh, cool. So we could donate to each other in a pinch. Gosh, they gave so much more detail than we did. The question didn't ask for. We didn't say anything about our height or blood type, but I'm 5'4" and I'm O positive. Yeah, I do believe they have canon heights as expressed by Dan. Don't know about blood types. And welcome back. Never understood Guy Fawkes Day? I mean, my understanding is he's a guy who tried to blow up Parliament and he got caught and then executed for it. And that's celebrated for some reason by wearing Guy Fawkes masks. Like the guy from V for Vendetta. That's what comes to mind first. Like that. Anyway, the mask with the little mustache. Yeah, I don't really know anything about it beyond that. I think like is that a day where I don't know how here in Canada we don't really celebrate Guy Fawkes Day. I know it's a thing more in Britain. I think I don't know if some day about a terrorist. Yeah, that mask is also associated with anonymous. Yep. It definitely seems like she would be a November person. Not being a Gemini. Anyway, moving right along. And O positive. 5'2" AB positive. AB positive. I do believe that's a universal recipient. It's as in like she's able to receive blood from anyone, basically. Like if it's like type A, you can only receive people who receive blood from people who are type A. B, you can only receive people from type B. The positive refers to the Uh, it's the Renus something Renus something like that antibody that if you're positive you like I think if you test negative you can only receive other people from other people who are negative. Or I think it might be something like you can receive it once, but after that you can only people who are positive or something like that. Anyway, the point is, sorry, AB positive means you're able to receive from any of them, like type A, type B, positive or negative. It's the one blood type you can. It's known as the universal recipient. And then the other one, the other end of the spectrum, O negative, is the universal donor. Because it means there like no antibodies in there at all, so you don't have to worry about what antibodies are in the blood. The AB positive negative thing is yeah, it is referring to antibodies because different people have different types of antibodies in their bodies, and if you mix and match them wrong, then your immune system attacks the blood cells, and that's bad news. But type O means there are no antibodies, so there's nothing to worry about. You can just freely put it into anyone's veins. So O negative is the universal donor. Although if someone who has O negative blood needs blood, kind of sucks for them because they can only receive from other people who are also O negative. So that's kind of rare. So anyway, let me do. Try to come with Doki birthdays secret. Positive negative is the charge of the blood cell, right? East Asian cultures see blood types are as related to personality, astrology. Oh, really? Huh. Don't know why you were telling us to type all the letters. Okay, moving right along. Never really believed in that blood type personality stuff, but mine is B negative. A little taller than Yuri, I'm 5'7". Wait, he's taller than Yuri? Is that true? Is that canon? Because I was under the impression that he's shorter than Yuri, quite frankly. Because I mean, there's in the original game, there's only one image of where you can get any kind of impression of MC's height, and it's one where he's hugging Sayori, and they seem to be the same height. Who knows? Maybe he's hunched over, whatever. But yeah, Yuri's clearly taller than Sayori, so if MC is the same height as Sayori, that stands to reason that Yuri would be taller than him. Come on, if everyone knows Yuri is 9'7". A bridge reference. That's kind of funny. I haven't actually played Abridged. I saw an LP of it. I don't know. I feel like maybe I should play it sometime. I sort of haven't played it out of respect to the developer who hates the mod. Chronos, not fond of Abridged, even though she made it because she wanted to. It's distracting her from make the one she wanted to make. Doki Doki Rewind Replay, which sadly just got officially cancelled a few days ago. It was announced on the server, which is unfortunate. She's been working on it on and off, as far as I'm aware, for the last 5 years. Always insisting that she's going to finish it, but yeah, I don't know. That's got to be a bit disappointing. You're in chat when after Zero played. Exactly. Yeah. It's just so funny to play it. It's yeah. Yeah. Anyway, moving right along. Although I also think I'm not going to get any taller. As for my birthday, I don't really know when it is. The game never really gave me one. I've decided it's probably best to count it as the day I became my own separate person. That was April 29th. Okay. Thanks for empathizing with me, by the way. I'm sure I'll get through it eventually. Excuse me. Yeah. Yeah, that's feels a bit awkward that they're being asked about, you know, painful personal things and having to answer them like in front of everyone else in the club. It's a sad day when a mod is cancelled. Yeah. Yeah, it's a mod that it had a lot of potential, had a lot of really interesting ideas, but it was also just the scope of it was huge, basically. Anyone following Kronos' mod, you know, dance, perform for the audience? Hmm? Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah. I mean, Kronos had that huge flowchart, detailing like how all the different possible branching paths that the story could take. Like basically everything was all planned out. It's a whole lot of execution, and never saw anything about that mod. Okay, there's a demo that was released a couple of years ago now. But yeah, and I think Afro Zero streamed that as well. Yeah, I'm sure he did. Now I remember. Yeah. Yeah, I actually did a bit of writing in that. I did Monica's monologue in that. There's a section of the mod. It was kind of fun. It was a neat idea where again it's sort of like this, and that MC is a separate character from the player, and Monica is trying to talk to the player without drawing MC's attention to the fact that she's talking to the player. So she figures out she can just talk at random about random things to MC, and then put the actual text intended for the player in the console box in the corner. So that was neat. I wrote the rambling portion that was directed at MC. Yeah, because Kronos just said, here, write some stuff that Monica could say. Doesn't matter if it has any consequence or any relation to anything. Just random stuff. So I just that's what I did. I just put a lot of rambliness in there, which was kind of fun to write. Anyway, yes, F in the chat for rewind replay, which will apparently no longer see development. Yeah, moving right along. Next question. Question for Natsuki. What is your favorite DVLC meme that you've seen? Well, there are a lot of choices. I really like the one where, unlike you idiots, I only read good literature. I like anything where Sayori is cash money. My favorite is one that comes up if you Google search Natsuki. Natsuki Sayori agreed to share cookies. Oh, I think I know that one. It's where I believe that's the one where Natsuki's sitting at her computer and the message on the screen says, click. She's like browsing a website and it says, if you browse our site, you agree to share all your cookies. And Natsuki's like, yeah, click agree, whatever. And then it cuts to a shot of Sayori, and she's like, fool, but looking very, very happy about it. like you fell into my trap, kind of thing. Yeah, that's the one exactly. This is the fate of fan games and fan projects. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to see these through to completion, which incidentally makes it all the more impressive that Dev was able to put out 36 episodes of this. Like, holy crap! Like, that's some dedication. That's Hey, Codair is here raiding with a party of 12. Hey, welcome to the stream. Thanks for the raid, Codair. Hey, welcome. Welcome, raiders. Woo. Yeah, hey, this is raid, indeed. I'll be off, ow. Okay, see you, Slayer Rabbit. Yeah, how'd your stream go, Codair? We're playing Doki Doki Club Meetings mod still. Yeah, see you, Slayer. He enchanted his pink panties. Oh, right, the Minecraft. Yeah. Yeah, I get it. Yeah. What kind of enchantment, though? Don't leave us in suspense. Get over here and buy my stuff, you son of... you chasing the village people, I guess? That can happen in that game. Is of at least fire protection and mending? Cool. I mean, I guess that's a part of the body you don't want to be susceptible to fire. See, there was a cast right next to me and it just couldn't stop moaning. Maybe get fire protection. Yeah. Made it to the final dungeon of the Twilight Force mod and saw just how empty it was. Oh, the tragedy of the mod not being finished. Oh no. Aw. Still a work in progress, eh? Yeah, Is it like something that's being released bit by bit kind of thing, or what? It's just bit, I'll steal it. You're just lifting all the quotes from the stream, eh? Left one bit in the village, okay. Well, I mean, I guess all the villagers will have to share it then, or something. Definitely inside. No one will ever know. Yeah, anyway. I guess I should say, welcome Raiders. I'm Tormuse. I stream a variety of games. Today, like I said, Club Meetings mod for Doki Doki Literature Club. It's a mod that takes place after the original game, and the characters of the story are they're just carrying on their club meetings, having experienced all the trauma associated with remembering everything that happened in the original game. So, like, Sari and Yuri remember dying, for example, and so on. So it's there's some angst, and there's some fun, and it's generally very well written and put together mod. We actually have the dev of the mod in chat here, which is cool. What do you mean, no what? Yeah. Still getting small updates from time to time, but as far as I know, that dungeon had been an empty shell for a while now. I hope the wait will be worth it. Yeah, let's hope. You know, it's like, how does that saying go? You know, a rushed game will be bad forever, but a delayed game will be good eventually. So, you know, just hopefully the delay will work. It will mean it'll come out all the better for it. Fun soon, waiting for third season compilation. Yeah, I hear it's coming soon. Trauma? What do you mean? Yeah, I know. It's coming, I promise. Just had a bunch of trials coming up. Also moving. Oh yeah. How's your new place? It's empty, just like me. Do some work in it before we move in. Can I handle me at my worst? You don't disturb my best. Shaky Nintendo. Yeah. Which needs to be done quickly before our move-out date. Yeah. I can imagine there's some time pressure there. Anyway, moving right along. Reading emails, my favorite DDLC meme. Yeah, it's the one. Google search Natsuki Sari agreed to share cookies. Yeah, that was cute. Has me sitting at a laptop. That one makes me giggle every time. That's definitely my favorite. It's very Sayori. And this one here, I'm from China. You can call me Renko, and I really, really love you so much. I always treat you as my family. When they all gone, you guys become my spiritual pillar and hope for my life. Sorry, not like this. I want to say is, to Today I found Yuri's looks very similar to my deceased mother. I want to ask Yuri, can I call you mother even once? Thank you, I love you all, really, I mean. Okay. This one's for you, Yuri. I'm flattered that you see me as such a source of support, but I'm not sure it's healthy for you to see me as your mother. I'm not even really real in your world, and I'm not really ready to be a mom. But I'm happy to be there for you, and while I'm not family, I can be your friend. I hope that I can help you. Next question. Yeah, it's a reasonable answer to that, I think. But if you sure know how to pick them, yeah. Unhinged emails, they happen sometimes, yeah. Since mommy issues, yeah. Yeah. Monica, how's it going? After playing a bit and doing research, you have strange similarities with something Dairy-chan? I missed... I don't know what that word is. Something Dairy-chan? Yandere-chan? Tsundere-chan? I don't know. I don't know if you know her, though. You both are known to be murderers. Killing anyone gets in your way. If this offends you, I'm super sorry. Have a nice day. Yeah, I don't think Malika's reaction would be offended, per se. Maybe a little guilty, I would think. Yandere-chan? Okay. Is that like from Yonder Simulator? I'm not familiar with that game. I'm aware of that game. I'm not familiar with it. Anyway. Oh, since you are here, Club Dealings have a very important question. Can they flip? Just kidding. Okay. Must be a meme reference I'm not familiar with. Screamed at Cove for no reason? That sounds on brand for you, Rob. From what I've observed. I'm not offended. I'm just sad that people think of me as a murderer. I honestly didn't mean to kill anyone. I just thought I was deleting files from a computer, which I was, to be fair. I just didn't understand that you could be a person who was also a computer file. Unless you were self-aware like I was. But as to your question, I don't really see myself as that similar to Yandere-chan. I mean, for one thing, I'm not really a Yandere. Are you sure you're self-aware, Monica? Are you sure? I mean, you're pretty eager to, you know, get everyone out of the way. Just get any members of Literature Club flip Turnways? Think of games that finish Turnways? Oh, is that the name of a game? I'm not aware of that. Yeah, like around which axis? Yeah, good question. What axis are you talking about flipping here? Be specific. Front flip, back flip. Okay. No, but Monica could if she practiced. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, she's the athletic one. Okay, moving on. I do love you a ton and did some terrible things to have you to myself, I guess, but knowing everything I do now, I'm not a Yandere. No one here is. Especially not me. Aw. Poor Yuri. And we just went through the whole thing about they had to relive all their experiences of the original game, including Yuri reliving being a Yandere and so on. Anyway, yes, especially not Yuri. She's not really a Yandere any more than I am a murderer, really. It's entirely circumstantial. Also, no one would ever call me Monica-chan. I am Monica-senpai. Thank you very much. Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, she's in a mentor position. God's answered. Ask her an email. Yeah, there you go. Time send an email to Monica. Do a little flip. So, like that joke, I think. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, moving on. Moving on. Okay. Wall of text incoming. How's it going, everyone? This is going to be more of a pretty long letter than a question, but I see this as the perfect opportunity to let you guys know what I personally think about you, and hopefully it will make your day just a little bit better. So in order to get through the gate, I'm going to explain a few personal things about myself and family. First and foremost, it is important to know that there are 4 of us siblings in the family, with me being the oldest. I have recently graduated high school and am looking into becoming a personal physical trainer in order to help those get their lives in order for physical exercise and diet. I first picked up this hobby during my freshman year in advanced weight training. I saw this as a potential career during my junior year of high school when I helped a few close friends with their workout routines, which in turn made me feel amazing inside. It is good to note that I try my best to at least fake confidence and keep myself emotionally composed during trifle times. Trifle times? I very much enjoy staying active and being with my family, and have taken up reading, which my favorite book is Jordan Peterson's 12 Rules for Life. Oof, that didn't age well. Okay, anyway. Jordan Peterson's 12 Rules for Life, writing short stories, and for shows I enjoy thrillers, murder mystery, and some anime on occasion. I've also been getting much better at mastering chess and looking for an instrument to go play as well, probably guitar or piano. Average Jordan Peterson fan email. Yeah. Those kinds of people are big Cummings fans. Yeah, good question. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I think club meetings, from what I've seen, it looks like I consider it well written enough that I think it would have, or at least I would expect it to have a fairly broad fan base, quite frankly. I mean, as has already been expressed, there's some same-sex pairings occurring later on in the series, or at least one same-sex pairing, I guess. So that's gonna affect some people, and the Jordan Peterson fandom, I would expect, would not take well to that, because they're all about traditional values. Traditional values. None of this. What's the term here? Cultural Marxism, whatever phrase he uses. It's because people are picking. Sorry, I'm falling behind chat here. Is that everyone's reaction to that sentence the same? Yeah. Well written enough term use. 2023 putting in the accolades. Oh, I'm sorry. Am I damning your work with faint praise, Dev? Critics love it. DDLC mods enjoy this. Mod is really well made. Cool. Yeah, there you go. They're calling it the movie of the summer. Traditional values like anime girls on your computer. Exactly. The traditional value of anime girls. That's right. None of that degeneracy, as Natsuki said. Yeah. Natsuki's degeneracy comment again, also very Jordan Peterson. Anyway, moving right along. And this is kind of a long one. That's what she said. Click when you're done reading, and I'll flip it to the next part. The next part? Oh no. Okay. The second oldest is very upbeat and relaxed. He can be a bit of a rebel at school sometimes, though. He is what you could consider the human equivalent of a real-life tsundere. He doesn't show his weaknesses often, though when he does is when he's at his best. He is also very high in being able to control his emotions depending on the subject matter. We don't often talk as much as we used to, but when we do, it's like reliving our early childhoods. The third oldest is rather quiet and reserved and doesn't enjoy crowded and public spaces. He always prefers the comfort and safety of the household and enjoys many things that we would be classified as nerdy stuff. Things like Magic the Gathering, based, the card game. He is also a huge history nerd. There are times where he is more physically active, though even then he would rather stay indoors and play around. I normally have to do some form of passive-aggressive persuasion in order for us to do stuff together, but that's entirely genuine. The youngest of the group is extremely energetic and loves, and I mean loves, food. She can be just the cutest thing imaginable if you talk to her for more than 5 seconds. Seriously, it's like a disease. At times you just can't help Can't help but want to squish her cheeks together, and that's coming from an 18-year-old boy, for Christ's sake. She often just likes doing what the rest of her older brothers are doing, and she doesn't mind one bit. She's always asking what we are doing, even if it's nothing. She even sometimes volunteers to open and close the front door for me whenever I need to head out, and from time to time, we'll play some Mario games together and just crack jokes and have fun. How many pages is this? If it exists in a world without DSC, what is the point of existing? Yeah, fair. This email is over with the second part? Fool. No, at this point I don't expect it. Time for the fourth part? Oh no. What about the third part? What do you do if you got 9,001 words email? It's over 9,000. Over 9,000. Because having to read people's entire life stories? Yeah. People do have a tendency to go on at length. So I see. Okay, alright, what's next here? It's really weird to hear you refer to clicking. Like, does time stop for us when they don't click? Yeah. I think so. But anyway, yeah, I'll move it on your next click. Long story short, I consider my 3 siblings to be the most important people in my life. I've made it one of my ultimate goals to always strive and be the best version of myself in the hopes that my siblings will use me as someone to look up to and even rival and get ahead of in the eternal struggle of life. I pray each and every day about them and would do anything for them, for they are flesh and blood. I love them to death and beyond. Yeah, see? Traditional values. Traditional Judeo-Christian values. I have to try to imitate the Jordan Peterson voice. You know what? No, I'm not going to even try. May have fished for over 100 hours in an RPG like Roblox adventure game. Yeah, there's magic, there's lore, there's fighting. Meanwhile, me, nah, I'm a fish. Well, you know, some games are like that. I mean, I think of things like Terraria or Stardew Valley. Like, fishing are kind of their own mini-games. It's like a carving in a wall next to a skeleton that says, don't have fewer interaction in your mods? Yeah. Dear Manga, how do you type with boxing gloves? The Strong Bad reference? Homestar Runner? Homestarrunner.org. It's .com. Obscure reference. Get a giant keyboard, indeed. Yeah. Or get one of those on-screen keyboards, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, that might be worse, actually. It's .com. Yeah. That's what the tape leg email a while ago was referenced to, presumably, or at least that's how I took it. Anyway, moving on. When going through the different personalities of my siblings and I think you can notice a certain trend within us, and that is the message I'm wanting to get across for you, because I see you guys almost the same way as this way I see my family, and that is what kept me playing for so long in the end. So please know how much I care about each and every one of you, including MC. I would like to sincerely apologize to you, MC, for not getting in on the action. Though if it makes you feel any better, maybe in the future there'd be some girl that might come by, and my siblings and I would end up fighting for her attention. Haha. Jokes aside, I still appreciate you just as much as everyone else in your world, so promise me you look after yourself and Sayori. Also, as a side note, One Punch Man is also my favorite anime and is what got me in the whole genre to begin with. One Punch It In Brother. It's a fist bump, okay? Although One Punch Man probably shouldn't fist bump anyone. I mean, except very, very carefully, I suppose. Also, MC, have you ever wondered about why Siri doesn't seem to be into you? Let me send you this YouTube channel where... yeah. Oh, no, indeed. Moving right along. Okay. Man, this guy wrote a book. I think it's really nice that he wanted to share with us. It means we're really important to him. Yeah, it's nice to feel trusted. I agree, it's very sweet. Click when you're set for the last part. And also, Monica, remember that your player will also always care for you and love you no matter what happens, either as an acquaintance. I'm assuming that's supposed to say acquaintance. Acquaintance, friend, or even as a romantic partner. And also, don't ever rule out the possibility of being able to come to our world one day. Trying to think how that would mean if it was acquittance. Like, are you on trial? Did you get acquitted of a crime? Longest email in DDCM, yeah. Part 4 is real, indeed. Itachi forehead tap is being sent your way? So I don't get that reference. Anyway, so promise me again, everyone, that you guys will always do your best and become the best version of yourselves and strive in everything you want to accomplish in there, and my siblings and I will do the best we can to get ahead in life out here. Take care, you beautiful bastards, with everlasting love, Connor. You beautiful bastards seems to be a reference to Philip DeFranco, which, again, it feels a little bit at odds with the Jordan Peterson reference. I mean, depending on when this was written, I don't know. Maybe it was this before Jordan Peterson revealed what an asshole he was? I don't know. Could be. I mean, it could also just be that he took the 12 steps for life at face value and didn't look beyond it to look into who Jordan Peterson is in real life. I just know, like, my first introduction to Jordan Peterson was I had a therapist a while back. It was some years ago now. When was that? I don't know. He talked to me. He mentioned the the 12 steps of life or whatever it's called. We always knew about Jordan Peterson. Yeah. I'd love to meet that man. Would you now? 12 rules. 12 rules. Yeah, 12 rules for life. Thank you. Yeah. But anyway, yeah. An earlier therapist of mine brought up the 12 steps. Or sorry, the 12 rules for life. The whole clean your room thing. That and he mentioned in past, like, I don't even remember exactly how it came up. He said, like, I had heard nothing about Jordan Peterson before, but he said that, yeah, he's a University of Toronto professor, my hometown, and he was part of some controversy for like basically for not wanting to call trans people by their chosen pronouns, and basically arguing that people shouldn't have to call them by their pronouns, and I hear that and go like, so he wants everyone else to be an asshole, basically. like his life mission is to fight for the right to be people's right to be an asshole, is basically was the upshot of that. It's like, and it's the funny part about it is my therapist at the time was trying to downplay that and try to make him sound like he was just like, I don't know, I guess reasonable and intelligent guy who's just misunderstood or something, and the more said therapist talked about it, the more I was like no, this guy sounds like an asshole. That's like, he doesn't, everyone needs to pick their battles. He didn't have to pick that battle. That's what he chose to do. Like, calling people by their preferred pronouns, it doesn't hurt anyone. Like of all the things to argue against, why are you picking on that sort of thing, and it's just funny to me looking back, because that's before all the other stuff that he's done. Um, it's like even when my therapist was trying to talk him up and make him sound like a good guy, uh, he still didn't sound like a good guy to me, but I had a therapist and they started shilling Jordan Peterson, I would make for the door. Yeah. I mean, I did end up, switching therapists eventually, but he definitely bared himself pretty well in the end, didn't he? He's against Bill C-16, which mandated compelled speech. There's a difference between being told there are things you can't say and being told there are things you have to say. Yeah. He was just straight out of transpo as well. Oh yeah. Jordan Peterson just retweeted the latest news in China. Let me open this image. Wait, really? I'm afraid. What did he have to say about that? Do not Google that. Uh-oh. I will take your word for it, and I will not Google that. TLDR, Jordan Peterson is very gullible. Oh no. Anyway. Yeah. Sorry. I just. It's just interesting. The juxtaposition of a Jordan Peterson reference with a Philip DeFranco reference, because Philip DeFranco is fairly left-leaning in his social commentary and stuff. If you told him that Ligma was ruining Western civilization, he would retweet you and write a paragraph about how bad Ligma is. Yeah. Okay, anyway, moving on. Okay, that was everything. Thank you, especially for the encouragement at the end. I'm really hoping to be able to see Tormu someday somehow, but I think I speak for everyone when I say thanks for making us feel like a part of your family. We're proud to be so close and helpful. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I was going to say, I was wondering how they were going to reply to that, because there wasn't really a question in there. Anyway. Okay, next email. Oh, I just saw the recent happenings in the club and I feel sad on what happened to FMC. Hope everything will be okay in the end, and I know what he feels right now. Anyway, to lighten up the mood, I have 2 questions for my favorite club. 1, have you guys heard of Kadoa Shoujo? And 2, have you guys played We Are the Literature Club? Thanks for questions. Oh, thanks for answering my questions always. Love you guys. P.S. Maka, can you have Natsuki read this? Huh, okay. Why Natsuki? I haven't actually played We Are the Literature Club, so I'm wondering if something happens to Natsuki in that mod that makes her significant to this question. Yeah, I started to play Kadoa Shoujo one time, but I don't know. It has an interesting, compelling story and characters, but I sort of lost interest because of the whole dating simulator aspect of it. I don't know. It just kind of turned me off. It made me lose interest in it, and I never got back to it. Like at first I was invested in the story and stuff until I came to a choice where I wasn't sure. I genuinely wasn't sure what was the best course of action, and then someone said, "Oh, are you trying for the Hanako route?" And I was like, as soon as it was phrased in the context of, "Oh, you're trying for a route to get to a particular girl in the story or whatever," it is like, I don't know. It just felt icky to me, I guess. I just feel funny about. I don't know. I just feel funny about the concept of dating simulators, I guess. Yeah, I forgot to ask what club meetings route are you going for? Very funny. Yeah, I don't know. it just how do I put it into words? I just feel weird about having a story where there, you know, you have well-defined and interesting characters, but they, you know, fall for you if you just pick the right dialogue options. And I don't know, just the whole concept of gaming the system just to get with a particular girl or other, it feels I don't know, it just feels odd to me. I mean, I don't mean any judgment against people who are into that sort of thing. It's not my thing. Like, I only played DDLC in the first place because it was, you know, one it was recommended. Two, the whole psychological horror aspect of it intrigued me, and three, I only played it sparingly, like when no one was around. So like, because I was frankly embarrassed to be seen playing it. Lingering on this email gives you -2 Natsuki affection points. Oh no. Alright, moving on. Let's see, I guess we should start with MC. I don't want to talk about all that right now. Yeah. Well, yeah, obviously. Especially not with Sayori here. Yeah, exactly. Like, this is like super awkward that they can't bring it up while everyone's, like, they're talking about it while everyone's around. Oh, for goodness sake. I'll go stand over here until it's safe. Go answer the nice viewer's question. Okay. I guess you didn't really ask me a question in particular, but thanks for the sympathy. Everyone keeps telling me how they know how I feel and it'll get better eventually. It's kind of hard to feel like it's something I'll ever get over, at least right now. But hopefully I'll be okay. I mean, yeah. I mean, that's the thing with, like I said it before, I'll say it again. Like, negative emotions reinforce themselves. They particularly when it comes to like when it comes to depression, anxiety disorders, they feel like they're never going to end, and that's what makes them worse than they actually are. Well, than they actually are. That it makes them worse than they would be potentially if you're able to like, I guess, intellectualize the concept of this is just a passing feeling. It will pass. It will be okay in the end. I mean, even if you are able to like intellectualize your way through that, it still does. It still sucks. I mean, it hopefully sucks less, but it still sucks. It's, you know, pain is pain. It's a painful experience going through that sort of thing, regardless. I want to say the DDLC is the only visual novel dating sim I've ever played, but then I remembered Danganronpa also has dating sim-ish bonus mode. Yeah, I haven't played Danganronpa, but yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, another one, Stardew Valley. That's a game which I basically played all of the game options to death. Like, I did all the, like, I exported the bottom level of the dungeon, and I, you know, farmed all the things, and I caught all the fish, and I, you know, explored the desert and all that stuff, and, you know, like I did all the non-dating sim-ish parts, and when I ran out of things to do, and it was just, all that was left was, you know, choose someone to date and then marry and then have kids with. It just felt weird, and I just kind of lost all interest in the game. It just, yeah. How long did that take you? I was at it for a while. According to my Steam account, it says, let me just pull this up here. Okay, how much time did I spend playing Stardew Valley? It's being a little slow right now, bear with me. It's possible I have too many things open right now. Stardew Stardew Valley, ST8R, there we go. 209 hours. So, you know, I played a fair bit of it. Yeah. Yeah, anyway. Moving right along. Oh yeah. Hopefully I'll be okay. Yeah, I mean, like, the fact that, I mean, okay, I guess we can't go that far back. In this previous conversation, like, MC did say that, yeah, this sucks now, but I'll get through it eventually. I mean, honestly, arguably, that is a healthy mindset to have. Like, at least you aren't so delving, like, at least it isn't, like, so emotionally invested that it's like, my life is over now, you know? Which is a possible reaction for a person to have to that sort of thing. Like, recognizing that things will get better is an important thing. Like, you know, like the phrase "it gets better" kind of does get overused to the point of being a bit cliche, but it is true, and it's for some people it is important to emphasize that point, that it will get better, because for a lot of people that are, you know, particularly those who are suffering from depression and anxiety or so on, it may feel like it's not going to get better, and that's what makes the feeling worse. So emphasizing the point that it will get better is important. Less than I thought, but nice going the completionist route. Yeah. Well, I should probably add that I played it some time ago. There were less features of the game than there are now. There was apparently a lot of stuff has been added. I saw a stream of someone else playing it recently, and I was like, "What are you playing? Like, these appear to be Stardew Valley characters, but they're like completely different regions. Like, there's just so much extra stuff." So yeah, like, probably at the time that I played the game, being a completionist wasn't as impressive. There's only one romance route for me in Stardew, but it's a secret one? Oh, okay. No, fine, keep your secrets. That period happened over the weeks we skipped? What the period of him feeling like it's never going to get better? Yeah. I mean, yeah. What else can you say? Moving right along. Hopefully I'll be okay. Okay, sir, you can come back now. Okay. So, MC, have you played Katawa Shoujo? Yeah, have you played it? Yeah, I'm reliably informed that there are some sex scenes in that game. I didn't play it far enough to see any of that, so I can't comment on it. That's presumably what Natsuki and Monica are reacting to here. Yeah, have you played it? Don't worry, I don't know what they're talking about. Neither do I, but I want to be a part of things. Well, MC, I can't say I know what you guys are talking about. I haven't played whatever it is. Should I have? Dang, I was hoping you had played it and we could needle him about being a visual novel playing loser. I would have delighted in the rich irony. Is it ironic though? Is it ironic? I mean, that's sort of his character. I mean, the only established character trait that MC has in canon is he likes anime and video games. So being into Katawa Shoujo would probably be right up his alley. I actually never played it. This scene notwithstanding, Yes, but they are a visual novel. Is the irony? Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, I get that angle. Anyway, moving on. So, Katawa Shoujo is a visual novel dating sim game. Pretty standard issue, but everyone has a disability. So it's kind of a cool way to develop sensitivity for people with disabilities in a visual novel context. Who's best Shoujo girl, Natsuki? Obviously, Hanako. Yeah. Heard that a lot. Which, interesting. Interesting that Natsuki picks Hanako because Hanako's the shy one. Hanako gets compared to Yuri a lot, I've noticed. No foreshadowing. yeah. Look from manga here. No foreshadowing, yeah. How unsurprising. Natsuki blushing. What's that supposed to mean? Who's yours then? Well, it's tempting to say Misha. Misha, she's the drill hair girl, right? I don't think she actually has a root in the game, which I'm only aware of because I saw a meme which said about the no root girls in that game, and Misha was pictured among them. She is in fact the drill hair girl, yeah, who has no root, yeah, exactly. Of course, because she doesn't really have a root. Oh, way to rub it in, Natsuki. She has a bad ending route, but yes, that's why. The game doesn't want you to be with her, and it's sad. But to keep it cheery, I think the best girl is Lily. Lily, which one? Oh, she's the blind girl, right? She's I mean, yeah, like she has I think she's like the so like prim and proper what am I trying to say here? She's sort of comes across as like a bit of the cultured one, like just sipping tea kind of thing. Oh, you can't just call people that? Anyway, moving on. Of course, a really well put together one who tries to stay above everyone. Yeah. Oh, hush. Oh, right, you asked about We Are the Literature Club, almost forgot. I've played it, and I've been trying to get Yuri to play it too, since she's into DLC mods. It's on my list. I think it's very sweet. A little bittersweet, but it was nice to see everyone just happy, you know? I think a little bit that's what everyone wants. Now, on to the last bit. Come on over, Natsuki. What is it now? Oh, there's another page. The last part is for you. Take a look. Oh, okay. Natsuki, ever since I heard of the original game and played it, you have been my favorite Doki. I guess I admire you because despite your attitude towards others, sometimes you still have that caring side to you. Out of all of them, you are the one who is not afraid to speak out on what's on your mind. That needed some punctuation. I wish that I can be as strong as you are. Overall, I love all of you girls, but you will always be the one that stands out to me, and I know you are going through stuff right now. I just want to say you will get over this, and I and other Natsu kittens out there will always support you. Love you, Natsuki. Natsu kittens. I have fun fact. My Discord server for Doki Doki Storm, one of the rules is called Natsu kittens, so it's nice to have some validation in my usage of that term. This viewer needs punctuation, yes. Hopefully they stay tuned for Season 3. Okay, moving on. Wow, that's awfully sweet of you. If you want to know my secret, no one's really strong. It's just a matter of pretending you are until no one can tell the difference. Monika's really good at that. And so am I, but I try to do it in a more outgoing way, I guess. Thanks for taking the time to pump me up, I appreciate it. Aw. And Natsukins is really cute. Alright, we're way past stopping time, let's shut it down. Oh, are we? Okay. Less than 3 hours into the stream. That's my longest stream of this so far. I have kind of dawdled a lot though. Okay everyone, that's all the time we have for today for a club. Don't forget that we're doing poems again starting next week. You have to take the song's lyrics and completely rewrite the concept as a poem. Oh, and Yuri, don't forget to send your mod script to me and Sayori so we can plan out working on it. Club adjourned. Anka and Yuri chat quietly to themselves as they leave the club. So, awkward. Are you guys going to start walking home together ever again? This ever again. It's only been 2 weeks. I'm not sure MC is ready yet for something like that. Well, I'm not going to deny that it hurts, or that I'm still dealing with lots of weird feelings and thoughts about what to do, but we've been friends for too long for me to let that get in the way. It's really important to me that I always support you, Sayori, no matter what. I told you that I'd always be there for you and that I'd always help you, and I will, even if it's just as your friend. I sort of wish certain people hadn't told you that I had planned to ask you out so that I could retain a little more dignity. Don't ship real people together. But my dignity doesn't matter as much as making sure we stay friends. So I'm fine with walking you home if you're okay with it. And if Kenzo doesn't mind, of course. Long pause from Sayori. Sayori, are you... Sorry. Yeah. Sayori, I'll do it. Come on, let's go. Footstep sounds? A new song. Or... maybe not new song, but... Anyway. MC and Sayori walk home in complete silence. As they come up to Sayori's house, Sayori seems more and more downcast. MC? I'm sorry, I've been a bad friend. How's that? Old new song, yeah. I was mean to you. I didn't consider how you'd feel when I asked you out. And then I sprang on you that I found someone else. And now I'm torturing you by walking home with you. It's not torture, Sayori, it's okay. I honestly just want to be a good friend for you. It's alright if that means I have to feel feelings from time to time. I'm sure that we'll go back to how we were before in no time. I hope so. You should totally rebound on one of the literature club girls. Oh, for goodness sake, Sayori. Sayori. I mean, are you sure, like, rebounding is the healthy thing to do? I mean, sorry, did you see the backstory? Yeah. I mean... like, the fact that she's saying this, like... on some level, you could say, like, this sort of seems like a bit of a callous thing to be saying to him in this circumstance. On the other hand, you know, maybe like maybe this is a whole reason for pursuing Kenzo at all in the first place. Like, as Natsuki pointed out, you know, you're not the kind of person to just see a random person that you don't know. You know, it's like maybe this is her way of pushing MC onto any other girls by making herself unavailable. Because this, you know, that whole self-sacrificing notion of you'll be happier with other people kind of thing. Which I'm gonna say I think I'm gonna say it kind of makes it shittier. In some respects, like it's like no, sorry, no, that's a horrible reason to go after to pursue someone romantically. If it's just because you're hoping it will influence somebody else's potential relationships prospects. Like for one thing, now you're not taking Kenzo's feelings into account. You know, like Like, how's he gonna feel if it comes out that you're just, you know, hypothetically, that you're like, because this isn't confirmed or anything. If you're just using him to help your other friend, I don't know, realize that he should pursue somebody else. Um, from Sayori's perspective. I'm gonna say skewed perspective. Um, I don't know. It's just it's just Kenzo being done dirty. Haha, yeah. Demon Queen Astra, here I sit brokenhearted, came to Shipway Party yesterday, I took a chance, but my pants, okay. Thanks for sharing, I guess. It doesn't say first time chat, I don't remember, were you here before? I don't remember. Welcome to the stream, though. New poem? Sure. I haven't heard the second part of that rhyme before. That's interesting. Wasn't aware of that one. So thanks for sharing, I guess. But yeah, Siri kind of just, if that was her intention, like if this was her intention, then she chose just a super crappy way to go about it on many levels. Yeah, anyway, moving on. I could help get you together with one of them if you wanted. Like no, Sarah, you're making it worse. Like, this is... Like, in case it wasn't obvious from the way that the conversation just went, I mean, this is still kind of raw, so, like, no, Sarah, no. Like, obviously no. Thanks, Sarah, but no thanks. I think I'd rather just stay just friends with the others for now. I've had enough romance drama disrupting the club, I think. Yeah, I guess. It's just, you're worrying too much about me again. I don't want you to worry about me and how I'm doing. I want you to worry about you and how you're doing. Well, I mean, arguably he's been doing that for the past couple weeks. So... Siri, I always care about how you're doing. That will be true no matter what I am to you. Take care of yourself and have a good night, okay? MC walks over to his house out of sight. After staring into the distance for a while, Sierra goes inside. And after a moment passes, and then Monica and Natsuki get out of a car parked discreetly across the street. How discreet can you be? Surely Sarah and MC have seen Monica's car before, or did maybe like Monica, like, I don't know, commandeered somebody else's car, or like painted her car a different color. I'm just imagining. Now I'm imagining. Hold on, wait, hold on a second. Monica and Yuri went out together, and Sari, Natsuki, and MC hung back to chat a bit. So how did this come to be? Like, as soon as I'm just imagining how this could have played out. Like, after MC and Sari left the club, Natsuki must have, like, booked it. Okay, Monica, start the car. Get there ahead of them. And then they just, I don't know, hid in the back seat. Like, just keep their heads down until MC and Sari go by, or something. I'm just trying to imagine how this worked logistically. One guess as to whose idea that was. Inconspicuous car in the street, yeah. Yeah, just get a new paint job, just as find your friends. Yeah, exactly. Natsuki demanded a ride. But yeah, I mean, if Monica went out ahead of them, surely she would have gone straight to her car. Like, Natsuki must have had to book it to get there to get there in time to catch a ride. Anyway. That did not look like them getting back together. Probably because they're not getting back together. You shut your filthy mouth. Something is going on here. They belong together. My romance sense knows this. And it still makes no sense that Sayori would go out with Kenzo. I don't even remember seeing them in the same place before. So I suppose you want to do some zany plan to get them back together. Obviously. Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh, this can go bad in so many ways. Natsuki, this isn't some sitcom. This is our friends' lives. Whatever Sayori's reason for dating Kenzo, I'm sure it's a good one. Why would you assume that, Monica? Oh well. If you try to meddle with it now, you might end up just hurting all three of them really badly. Yeah, there you go. I mean, even if it's a bad reason, that's still not a reason to meddle, you know? That's just, yeah, anyway, moving on. And in any event, before you do anything, you should learn more about the situation, about Sayori's relationship with Kenzo. Otherwise, you'll really be asking for trouble. Monica goes back towards the car. Back towards the car? Wait, I thought they were already in the car. I thought they were, like, hiding in the car. It says they got, okay, they got out of the car, okay. Alright. Now come on, it's getting late and you need to go home, no more stalking. Wait, so they got out of the car just to have that conversation? Okay. Natsuki stares at Sayori's house for a moment and then whispers quietly to herself, "This will not stand." Natsuki demanded to provide continuity confirmed. That's all for this week. Be sure to email Monica your questions for the club at lit.club.prez.monica@gmail.com. And if you're watching this on YouTube, like, subscribe, etc. to help out the club. Sure. Or on Twitch. Yeah, give me a follow, sure, I guess. You could be watching on YouTube. I am planning to export this over to my YouTube channel. Slam that comment button. And of course, check the credits.txt file, everyone who helped, etc. Oh dear, Cam and Carl's name in there again. For the Sayori theme. See you next time. Very sneaky to get out of the car for that conversation. Totally couldn't have done that inside. Yeah, seriously. Aged poorly, yeah. Okay, time to save. I don't know if it's strictly necessary to save, but just so that the save game retains the fact that I've watched those so far. Natsuki is not the sneaky one in the club. Hi YouTube, yeah. Oh yeah, I can move the comment box back over here now. Although I don't think we missed anything by having it on the other side. Yeah, okay, well, hey, we got some backstory, we got some world building in this episode, establishing MC's reintroduction to the club, and, yeah, okay, so, yeah, he obviously took the rejection from Sayori poorly at first, but he's dealing with it better. Not 100% yet, but that's to be expected. So, yeah, but, you know, all things considered, you know, it's better than it could have been. So, yeah. Okay, what now? I was considering, I was considering, while I've got the stream going and have people watching, maybe this could be a good time to put the Pride mod on if anyone's interested, or would it be better to do that as a separate thing? Like, it might be better to just put it just put it straight to YouTube as a short video. Excuse me. I don't know. What do you think? It's gonna play it so it'll dodge spoilers. Okay. Yeah. You know what? Fair enough. Maybe I'll leave it for another day. Maybe I'll do it at the end of tomorrow's stream. I'll consider it. But for now, I guess I'll see about raiding someone if there's anyone to raid. Let me just take a peek here. Yeah, it's just no one that I'm currently following that I am particularly in a state of, I think I'll raid that person, so let's just take a look at who's playing Doki Doki Literature Club. Maybe there's someone worth raiding there? Okay, there are two people who are Spanish. More Doki Doki Literature Club. There's one here that says first ever playthrough. We only have one viewer. I can send some more viewers their way. Oops. Okay, looks like they're in the Thursday. They're in the section where they're reciting poems. Oh, that's the boring part. Yeah, I suppose I can give them a raid. Why not? Yeah. Okay. So this is Jack-AB 2000. Also, they've got a pride flag in the background of their webcam image there. So so that's cool. You know, based and stuff. That's it's yeah, it's based exactly. That's fitting for Pride Month. All right, rating Jack-AB 2000, something like that. Thanks everyone for watching my stream. Yeah, thanks for hanging out. I'll continue with club meetings tomorrow. But that's all for now, and until next time.